you're even. Because, like, here am my argument, right? If you're ahead, you're just ganking, you're pushing, you're going for it, right? If you're behind, the argument is we need to get what we can out of the map, so I'm going to split push.
Yeah,
When you're in the mid game, you don't get enough farm to be able to fight effectively, but you need to.
You're totally right, I think. Brax said that Nature's Prophet is like a really complementary hero, where if your team is doing really well, he'll complement that. So like you said, ahead, he's really great, running around, ganking people. He's a global hero, so innately, if he's ahead, he's going to do really nice. And then if you're behind, you have the best creep cutting in Dota, basically. So just happens to have mechanics for ahead and behind, but for being even, yeah, he's like a relatively normal hero until it comes to, like, pushing and stuff. But like Pugna is a good pusher too, and I wouldn't say he's amazing while ahead or amazing while behind like Nature's Prophet is. You got a Darkseer against Pugna.
But then also, after they pick the Darkseer, Secret go for the Morphling, which...
The insta-pick.
I mean, we've seen some games where that actually works against teams, right? Where you get super late game, and that wall gets you a carry in itself with the Morphling.
Right, you legitimately get another Morphling. In fact, when you get the parallel wall, you get 2 Morphlings, possibly. So, although Morphling is a ranged hero, so naturally he's going to do a lot better versus the Darkseer. Pretty decent at just right-clicking down the Iron Shelled creep with the high base damage. The stat gain changes to Morphling have definitely made him a lot better. I think he's sitting at about a 53% win rate in pro-level pubs, and you can see that his pick rate is going up and up and up and up, even being like first phase picked, so the win rate is a little bit lower because of that and still quite high. And then also, I think one of the biggest buffs to Morphling is actually like a shadow patch they put in where they changed it, so now if you level up during Morph, you get the stat gain. Like, you wouldn't, if you leveled up during Morph, it was bugged where you wouldn't get the stats. And that was one of the biggest problems with this hero, and yet it was still getting picked because the new Morph is just so strong if you're good with it. We've seen ridiculous plays happen with Morph. Honestly, Morphling, before they changed Rubik to be better, Morphling was the new Rubik. Like, just a better Rubik.
You know, I realized something here, Jenkins. When we were in the break, you were saying, I don't really know, like, how I'd identify myself. Like, we were talking about how you compare yourself to other casters. You think, like, what kind of role you have as an analyst, etc.
Right. So I'm, like, for example, like a shittier lizard.
No, I just realized, actually, you're basically young Nahas. You talked so much about numbers in that presentation. You could be the non-silver-haired devil of stats.
You know what? Nahaz has silky smooth skin. I've met him in person. That is a bullshit niche that
backstage before it goes on, he just pins back his face. I think it's deceiving you. I think I'm pretty sure Nahaz is in his 40s. Pretty sure.
It's hard to tell, man. I'm telling you, I've seen that guy in person. He's got this silky smooth skin.
He's very energetic as well. Like, it's very.
He is. He's got the energy of a child, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's like a magical sort of thing. You know who has that?
He baby rages sometimes, but yeah, he has the energy of a child.
Mott. You know Mott? You remember Mott?
Yeah. I remember.
Dude, he has that too. Like, we'll be watching games at the Moonduck House. He's just like, oh, fucking get him! Yeah, go PvD! Oh, yes. And it's like, dude, Mott, you're not casting, man. You need to relax. And Nahaz backstage is the exact same thing. He's just getting so into it.
Like, I felt like a freak when I first started, because I'd be like, if I see big plays, I'm just screaming about it. So I was like, oh my god, black hole! Oh. Like, I'm actually just probably annoying the other talent. And then I just get backstage with Nahaz, and he is literally, come on, baby! Come on, let's go! It's like, Iron Shell and the Creep's gonna get that CS, let's go! I'm like, Jesus Christ. My experiences with this kind of like this whole idea of American gusto, this big kind of pride, wasn't there, because a lot of them are calm behind stage, but he's definitely got a lot of spirit. So there you go. That's your target. We focus a lot on that, but I know people are like, can you just focus on the game? We're getting there, guys, because we have reached the lanes, we've reached the start. We've reached the pause, which gives us time to talk about things. See, we planned this. This was a puppy pause complementary to our desire for pause.
Going back to Nahaz, I remember, like, in China, obviously, Pornhub and stuff like that is banned out. You can't get onto, different search engines and stuff like that without a VPN. that's okay for Nahaz because he still has like all the stats pages and stuff to look at. So, that sort of thing doesn't bother him as a person, as an individual, like it would bother us, and that is a competitive advantage when it comes to casting.
But it's okay because we'll get further because he'll die before us. That's just how the world works.
That's true. That's true.
Rolling.
I didn't think about that.
All right, Poppy's fine. You just gotta look at the positives. You know how people like respect you. I was like, all right, I respect you, but eventually you're gonna be dead.
You're done, kid. Like you're done. You're at the end of your ropes, bud. It's the way of the road. Yeah, no, I got you.
I mean, with this cast, the comments I just made, I am at the end of my ropes.
I never had a rope to begin with. So.
Well, that's okay. No, not to hang yourself. That's the important part. So anyway, let's have a look at the CS because the start of these lanes should be a little bit interesting, especially the mid lane where there is a clear lead for mid one. But then again, it's mid one, it's OD. Do we really expect him to ever be behind on CS?
Nah, you can just, Astral Imprisonment, creep, push us out the wave, go jungle. Very hard to lose the lane with this hero, but Lina's also very similar with the Dragon Slave. Yapsor's being so annoying.
I just love it. It's just, I'm going to stand here, and Chessie can't come anywhere near the creep wave. This is actually painful because, as you just said, you got the Astral, which is going to slow your ass down, and now you've just got this random Shaker just waving his giant totem around at the side, really inappropriately, just saying, hey, I'm here.
Yep, he's standing right on a ward. That's BM. That should be...
Oh, Hanskin, gonna get low, fissure through. Allows him to get the kill, and actually Jeep, he might go down as well. The final hit comes out, and Puppy gets the kill. And guess what?
I see this a lot with Darkseer. I don't know. I feel like this hero in the first couple of levels, the level 1 Iron Shell is so weak. So if you're against like a Morphling that just doesn't die to the combo, doesn't care about the Iron Shell...
He's too slow, I think, is the big problem. Like, yes, we know this. This is why he has Surge built in, but the pacing of this hero just doesn't fit the aggression that comes out from supports in the current meta, I think. Which puts you like at a disadvantage. You might eventually get aggression when you get second level in Shell, right? But by then, have you died?
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. I guess with all that being said, he does, hit a pretty nice power spike when he gets the high levels in the Surge and the Shell and some items. So, does make up for it a little bit. Hanskin's fine. He's chilling.
It's always the argument of being able to farm. Well, you say that he's actually playing with them a little bit. How much regen he's got? He's got two. Okay, he's got 2 tangos. This is not how you want to play this game. This is kind of the biggest issue of the support Prophet, right? Is he can make these trades. You can see he has no regen because what does he do? Okay, I'm getting low. I'll TP back to base. I'll be back soon full. Zai in the top lane, however.
I wish I saw what... Oh?
Yeah, he's dead. Shackle's on him. Gonna try and run off. Oh, Frost gonna chase it down. Salve's gonna come out. Zai, this little undead kid is a little bit too quick.
Wow, that was such a nice little arc that he did there.
They don't have Shackles either. He's gone.
He could slow him again, but nah, he's too close to the tower. Yeah, that was really nice. It's very lucky that those trees right there were cut because I think otherwise he has to run through the shaman and then the shaman just body blocks him and then grips him. That was a super nice just memorization of what trees had been cut by Zai, and then doing that little arc where he couldn't get caught.
Always a man to get praised a lot, but for good reason. I mean, he's playing a 2v1 and he's not doing too bad. 12, 13 CS in fact right now. Of course, Frost is on top of the world, but it's a lifestealer. Come on, what do you really expect?
I think this hero's garbage too. This lifestealer.
It does okay early on, unless it gets pressured by 2, but it's just very static, I guess.
I think the Midas nerf hurt him the most.
Mid one? Oh, they didn't hit the stun. Mid one's going to be chased.
He has an Iron Shell,
still surging forward with the Iron Shell there as well. The haste on him. Boulder smash through. It's going to end now. Mid one. He can't do anything though. He tried to turn around to stun. To do something, but unable to. Puppy will arrive now to interrupt the salve on Hanskin, but Hanskin, he's pretty tanky. He's going to turn around, roll away. Puppy getting pretty low. They need to deal with Chessie right now, who is out of mana. They will back away.
Yeah, Yapstar's out of mana as well. So it's just like some awkward right clicks on each other in the mid lane. Mid one dying is a pretty big deal, though. There's a 1k advantage at 4 minutes in for Secret, so looking pretty good. Nisha on this bot lane, 19 denies. Completely punishing this low-level Iron Shell by just getting those denies. Ooh, Hanskin.
Oh, gonna roll away. Nice. Snatches a rune. Has its own one taken away by Nisha in the end, though. I think the thing to highlight about that rotation mid, though, is it did force pressure off Jeeb, so he does now have level 3. Means he can somewhat farm competent.
Yep, really needs that Soul Ring to come out, and maybe send some tangos with that, or like Ring of Health. Yeah, he's gonna hold it. Okay, so yeah, he sends some tangos because once you get the Soul Ring, it costs so much HP. It's not even about like the mana cost of the Iron Shell. You know, it's just like you're sitting at 10% HP all the time when you get the Soul Ring.
Reason a lot of people just pick up that casual ring. Zai, getting pretty low here. They can't finish him off. However, Era, he's in a little bit of trouble. The tree blocks him in. He will meet his demise.
Zai's really abusing this movement speed up here on Pugna, which is super nice. One of the few reasons that he's trended towards becoming an offlaner. Niche on the bot lane can't kill him.
Nah, he's already used the waveform. Doesn't really have that much mana anyway. Tajib, he managed to snatch the creeps away and much needed. Almost has level 4, but Niche is up at 5. Almost 6, in fact. This is scary.
Rough.
Him on the mid lane. Jesse has an Invis rune and is waiting. Everyone did scan out, but whoopsie, Laguna's going to come through the roll. Fisher interrupts, though. Astral will mean mid-1 should be able to walk this off. And Hanskin, he's going to go down. Sans Clips gets dropped to ensure it, and Jesse has no mana. Now the TP in from Puppey. Sprout to block him across. They're still trying to move away.
Nice try, but I'm surprised he was able to just walk out of those trees there. Like, that was... I see what Puppey was going for there. He didn't want him to just tango with that shared tango, so he didn't want to tree him. But there's actually, like, a little bit of space there next to the fissure. He was trying to do this, like, kind of fissure tree thing where he couldn't get by, but a little bit of space. Nice, just sitting behind mid for Yapsor, like, completely screwing over that rotation with just the fissure.
Yeah, he waited patiently as well. He made sure he caught 2 of them, because obviously if Jesse's left free for a moment, you definitely lose your OD in the end.
Oh yeah, get the right-click damage, 3 fiery soul stacks.
So I live life on the edge, shackled up, and he's dead.
I'm honestly surprised. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm honestly surprised he hasn't died up until this point. He's playing solo offlane versus Shadow Shaman Lifestealer, 2, like, heavy kill heroes, especially against, like, a solo hero. He's even got 2 points in the open wounds and phase boots.
Definitely suffering in terms of XP, though, right? You'd expect him to have a little bit more if it was going well, but they have done a decent job of shutting him out XP-wise. He has got decent CS, but at the same time, he's trailing behind the lifesteal and levels.
Yep, but once he gets to level 6, that's a pretty huge power spike, whereas Lifestealer with the level 6, not really that useful. You know, you just use the Infest to kill a creep, like extra farming. But with Pugna, you can just keep spamming out the Life Drain, getting mana, constantly sitting in a lane. You can just pressure the tower that way by just life draining whoever comes there, pressure the tower with the Nether Blast. So he's probably going to rotate towards the mid lane now to maybe get the tower, or maybe somebody rotates to the top lane. But on Pugna, generally at this point, it's like you want to start pushing. Abuse that early timing that other heroes don't really have when it comes to pushing towers.
Yeah, also exploit the fact that Jeeb is so low on gold, right? So it's not like he's going to be in a position to stop your pushes soon.
Yeah, that's true. Darkseer in general, even like when not behind like this, you know, starts coming more to fights like level 8, 9, 10 even, just because like he wants to spend so much time split pushing with the Iron Shell, which is useful, but it's definitely not fighting and defending towers.
It's not what we call an active push. Just a passive one. It shoves the lane in, but you're not going to get towers out of it, whereas on the other side, it's a Pugna, it's a Prophet. If you look away from a lane for a minute, your tower's going to be gone.
I like that. Active passive push. That's good.
For activity, son. I've moved on, right? I like tried to brand the whole chaos factor, which I still like, by the way. And Life Drain, Shaman. I get to shackle out just in time, but guess what? Puppey arrives. Now it's a 3-on-1 Frost. She'd get out of here.
Puppey, I think, could build into like a Bassi right now, and that would really help for these pushes. And then disassemble it and build that into Medallion. I really like that build up on Nature's Prophet support, just because it gives you the 5 or 10 minute catapult push with the Bassi, and then you can just turn it into a Medallion for when you're fighting later on into the game.
It's also interesting to like observe the passive gold usage, right, on certain heroes. The supports in this game. For example, Puppey, he doesn't ever have to worry about regen we highlighted at the beginning. And this does give him that gold, as you said, to get that medallion pretty quickly. Whereas you look on the other side, you know, Shaman, he's going to be buying quite a lot of movement speed. He needs that for a start, and then the regen on top of that. What's the Earth Spirit have to build? Not regen. Zai. Oh, nice fissure. Interrupts the roll through. Zai is going to try and run this off. Got TP coming in from the Prophet. Cancels it, realizing he'll
actually not going to go for him. Huh. They had the Laguna up for that and everything. It just barely wasn't in range.
I think they were worried about backstabbing coming.
Yeah. Okay, so Puppy went for the straight medallion, which, you know, it's good for pushing too, because you can do this, or medallion the creep and give it an extra like 2 or 3 hits.
Oh, Shackle's coming out. They saw mid one. He was under a sentry with the Laguna there. No, life drain. Beautifully done from side to keep him live mid one. Gonna get low, but not low enough to kill him off. Dragon Slave through, gets dodged to the side. Zai is low. We'll just hit up the tower with the Never Blast. They get the tower and they might get away. Gonna be a backstab coming in. Jeep trying for the kill, but nice use the Astro in time. Roll across. Mid one, trying to escape, but won't be able to do. Dragon Slave does get him. Zai, he will be able to TP out in time, though.
They sniped the tower, too. That was like a 4-man defense of the tower, and the Siege Creep gets it, because Zai, once again, abusing that movement speed on the Pugna, and he hits the tower and drops a Nether Blast as they're running away, like, in defense, and it results in them getting the tower, which makes that trade worth it despite losing mid one. They get the mid tower, which is arguably the most important tower in Dota, other than, you know, maybe the tier 4s, but that's kind of cheating because it literally exposes the throne. And it's like a 50-minute tower.
Yeah,
you know,
it's definitely not feasible to get the tier 4 towers like 10 minutes in.
Hey, man, you know, you maybe in your European
How much
pubs,
you walking down mid, you know?
Yeah. We North Americans, we band together and people are walking down mid, and we got the Meteor Hammers, the Bassies, the casual Blightstones, you know. We know all the strats for ending games at 10 minutes.
Beautifully educated to you by certain individuals that we won't name. We kind of got one in Europe. Chappie exists in the land of Europe. Well, more across in Russia, but sometimes appears in the European servers.
Does he still do that?
I'm not sure, actually. I'm really not sure. He'll always be remembered for it. Dude, that guy could go win TI now, and he'd still be remembered for just Chappie Hammer.
That is true. Although CC&C, he's had his fair share of feeding. And top lane, Frost, he's fine. 3 cores in the top lane from Secret. This is...
Easy top.
I mean, Nisha wants to be here now, so... Like, this is where Nisha rotates to. Look, almost every single game with a Morphling. Generally, you'll, like, rotate earlier. Basically, what you do is you just farm the safe lane and just look to fight anywhere else that looks good. Puppy dies, but...
It's
alas, he's a 5 prophet, yeah. Dude, that's what I'm saying about this hero as a support. It's like, if that's a core prophet and he dies there, we don't call it insignificant. But because he's a support, it's just perfect for him. Because Prophet always puts himself in those dangerous situations behind towers, getting wards up, taking cheeky farm because he can TP literally globally.
And it's the definition of a tactical feed in that regard, right? Like, people are like, you're just memeing, you're joking, right? Poppy doesn't want to die there. No. Actually, you go there because it forces a rotation. And then, if they go top, they're splintered top, and you instantly TP into the fight
just
because
TP
you're
there,
Prophet.
yeah. Exactly. He TPs and secures the tower, and his death also caused the enemy team to, you know, group up and show themselves bot.
Lena, super low, a lot of damage going on the Chessie. Nice Astral save, they can't help in the puck, and the Fissure through interrupts and splits up the team. Now Puppy right as well. Zai gonna be stomped up by the creep. Centaur be able to get him. In the meantime, they do actually find the kill on Lena as Nisha rolls in. Looking for Morgan, away form through, hits up on Eric, gets himself a double kill. He's not done just yet though, he wants Frost. Frost does have the rage in 2 seconds, but he doesn't have a TP. Nisha blocked off by his own Earthshaker there, but there's gonna be a roll through. They force out the use of the rage from Frost, and he's gonna go into a creep. That buys you a few more seconds of life, but Nisha hits pretty damn hard, has the waveform to work with as well. And when you come out, there's a surprise. An Echo Slam to the face, and an Adaptive Strike as well.
Alright, Nisha has 8,000 gold. This is I thought mid one was going to be an issue this game, but...
Oh, he will as well, because he's got his Midas now.
Yep. Although the item has definitely fallen off a little bit. It's not what it once was. You know, it takes like, what, 20 minutes or something now for it to...
Yeah,
give you the gold back.
I don't think it's just about the gold though, right? Because this is a hero that really wants the experience due to the in-game for his ultimate.
Yeah, true. Also a hero that benefits a lot from the attack speed for farming, for fighting.
Definitely.
It's just in general a good item. Same thing with like Nakes, Chaos Knight. In fact, I'd say I'd argue that's why a big reason Nakes and Chaos Knight have fallen off quite a bit, at least in pro level pubs. It's just because the Midas is just less good for them. But the reason it was good before is because all the same reasons it's good for the OD. Attack speed, experience, a little bit of gold.
It's definitely... I think that was the undervalued aspect of the item in a lot of... Like, the typical pub players' mind. Like, a lot of the pros clocked on straight away. It was the attack speed. It's just huge value there. But a lot of people didn't understand.
It's like a fighting farming item. It's like good for fighting and farming, depending on... Like, drums is kind of the new Midas. For a lot of people. For a lot of heroes.
The item that everyone worried was dead. For like How long do you think Drums felt dead for? Like, it must have been half a year at least. Where
Yeah, it was at least 6 months, like 6 months to a year. But you know, I'm okay with Drums being dead for a long time because Drums has always been like relatively good. There was a few patches there where it was just busted.
Flowers found a place again. Interesting that most people still don't realize you can actually renew the drum charges with another recipe. Not that anyone does, because you eventually want to scale out that item.
I had no idea that you could do that.
I didn't too until someone told me. I was like, wait, what?
I had no idea. What? How much is the recipe? 450 now?
Something like that.
Or 600? Okay,
I mean,
that seems pretty expensive.
I haven't tested it since the most recent patch, but
couldn't you do that with Diffusal at a point? Or...
You could, but then they changed the way Diffusal worked. That was an interesting Yules onto a catapult there. Guess he needs to run. They're coming in. Puppy's arrived as well. The life drain. Oh no, he just gets outraged. Laguna instantly on the Puppy. He's going to get pretty low, but Chessie just expended his ability to kill for the next minute.
Do you know Nature's Prophet has like, I think it's like the 4th or 5th highest strength gain in the game? 2.6.
That doesn't sound right. Like,
wait a minute. No, that's not right. I think
hero-wise?
I think it's of all the int heroes.
Yeah, that sounds more correct. Okay, we still got to work on you becoming the hearts, but you're getting there.
See, I was thinking, oh no, okay, agi gain. He's got really high agi gain in terms of but his strength gain is still really high. I remember looking at the chart for the agi gain, and it's like it's up there. Because what, TB has like 3.7 agi gain, something like that, and it's the highest in the game.
I mean, it's understandable you made that mix-up because agi is pretty strong. Oh my god, that Echo Slam from Yapzor! He just found the entirety of TFT sleeping near the creep camps. Frost can't escape Eva and TFT. It was a disaster that you give over the Roche, but to give over that by the side.
Well, that's that. That's just the blink reveal. They didn't know he had the blink dagger at that point. So you get that one chance for the enemy team to be so completely out of position and grouping together, and then never again. So taking advantage of that, very important. And Yapzor, of course, well aware of this.
Instant punishment, though. They should lose the tier 3. I'm not sure how hard Secret want to commit for this. They have a 12,000 net worth lead at 17.5 minutes into this game. And TFT, this map is going to get incredibly small for them very fast. In fact, I predict next 2 minutes we get the typical Pugner experience, right? Just sits outside your base, poking and prodding, and you can't commit.
Yeah, sounds about right. With the bottle, 2 clarities, he's got the Yule Scepter coming out, Ether Lens mana regen, and tons of movement speed. He went for the movement speed talent too. This is like the perfect poking and prodding build. You just run at the tower, run away hasted, constantly spam with all the mana regen you have. Yeah, here he goes. There it is.
Oh, no one's in the base, so he can just keep doing it. There's a creep here, but that's not an indicative of a defense, and that won't stop Zai from just going in and poking and prodding.
He's gonna get the tower.
So much time. Yeah, they waste. Look at them. They commit the wards, you get the mid-tier 1, but they already got the first roast. They got value out of that mid-tier 1 tower. And Puppy's going to join in. He just realized as well. He's like, wait, they really are there? Okay. We can get some trees in 9 seconds. Uh-oh, they found mid 1. He needs to reach the shrine. He's got the Astral, and they have to back away. That's... TFT, this is not what you do. Well, they're going to try TP now, but Ares interrupted. He's going to go down. They find the backstab opportunity now. Maybe Light Strike coming out. Laguna as well. Mid 1 pretty low. The Astral won't protect them though. Hands good with the roll in. They might find the kill in the mid 1, but you're going to sacrifice a lane for this. This is not value.
They're just distracting. The fight doesn't even matter.
Yeah, Chessie's going to go down as well though. Fisher through, gets the kill, and that's going to be less people to defend. As you said, doesn't even matter because Secret already gaining the value. Foul Never Blast will come out, and that should set the ending of the melee rack that does fall. TFT?
Okay, when you said Zai was going to be poking and prodding the towers, I didn't think like in the next minute
with a hot poker. With a hot poker here, okay? It's not your standard little stick. Puppy.
He's like poking them like molten lava.
Well, Frost is poking them like a ticklish little stick. Because Puppy, that is the support, and he barely feels the damage this Lifestealer.
Dude, that's the agi gain, man. So effect. Tanky. 9+7 armor. He's got 50% physical resist at this point. And then he's got a 1080 HP. 4 staff, infuse raindrops. This guy's effective HP is through the roof. Once
Oh,
again, like as a core, it's not as important, but I feel like just what this hero offers and his stat gains and just what he can do with so little is amazing on the support role.
uh-oh, they found a target, and look what's inside. It has a juicy gummy center. But DD Onisha, Frost has to run away. They're thinking about teleporting in for the Sprout opportunity. An area is close enough, so Puppey will just cancel it. But that tower's going to go down. Nisha will not take anything less but your base.
God, that extra stat gain on Morphling too with the DD. He has 500 damage at 20 minutes into the game.
How do you like Melted Towers in the morning? I like mine with a Rax. We'll find it. They can't get the third lane. That's the blessing for TFT, but what? Oh, Nisha, he's gonna go. He's raged up. Jesse's gone. Now Frost. No, you can't fight against that. He doesn't have a target to infest inside. He doesn't even have it for 20 seconds. The heck is gonna come out. Shaman trying to stay alive at the life drain. He can't deal with two. Hanskin refuses to roll in, and now he should be punished too. The GG actually comes out. They're done. They know that Secret wins game one. Celebratory Echo Slam from Yapsaw. Not his best of the game. In fact, his second one and his first one definitely had a big impact towards this win.
That was quite the outclass, which I suppose is what you would expect, just considering Secret's performance in the most recent tournaments. But yeah, that just that play where it's specifically where they were distracting and just trying to take any fight while Zai and Puppey were raxing. That is the difference between these like S tier teams and the A and B tier teams. Not that the Final Tribe is by any means a bad team. It's just that Secret, if you give them an opportunity to do something like that, they will ravage you, and they did.
Wrong hero, but same idea. And I mean, as a result of that, they do lose the first game. I need to check with the admins. I do think we might be going back across the CIS as that series is now ready, but I'll just double check with them. Hopefully they'll respond. So a few minutes, guys, then we'll be back with either Team Secret's next game or we'll switch across for Fly to Moon versus... No, wait, Na'Vi versus Uvageni. Turns out Gambit lost to Uvageni. So, short break, then return. We'll figure this out. I mean, intriguing games no matter what. Stay tuned.
Oh yeah, I mean he's in this weird position of being able to play like really stable heroes extremely well and being consistent, as well as being able to play these extremely flashy heroes. Like usually mid players are one or the other, but it seems mid one can very quickly just rotate between both. Batrider and Troll are in Monkey King on the same team. That's some counter synergy right there. I had a Batrider in my pub that was just destroying my trees all the time. I was falling off and dying, and it's not good stuff. But this isn't a pub.
Yeah,
very good hero.
I don't expect to see Batrider try and kill his own Monkey King. Not your typical pub experience.
It depends if they're mad at each other, though. That's the only thing. But Brew, Troll, two heroes that are extremely hard countered by Bat in the laning phase. Troll typically wins lanes, does physical damage, has high armor, hard to kill because he has the whirling axes. It's kind of a bit of a cock block, but Batrider doesn't care at all about that. You just run on him with the napalm, kite around so that he can't turn and hit you. Brewmaster, it's the exact same thing. He has like the evasion that comes from the Drunken Brawler. I believe that's still what it's called, right? Drunken Brawler. I know it got reworked, but I don't think the name got changed.
They kept the name same.
So yeah, so Drunken. So like none of these heroes deal well at all with Batrider, other than the Lion. Lion, if you insta hex the Bat, it's good, and Batrider has really terrible day vision. So generally, like you can get vision on him before he sees you. This is a big reason that people pick something like Batrider Night Stalker just to get the old night vision. Some sort of vision source for Batrider is just so nice to have if you're running it as a core and you're really banking on the lasso initiations, but maybe you don't need it.
I mean, you got the Monkey King anyway. Like, you're gonna get enough out of that. I'm trying to think actually what they need to round out this draft right now. It just feels like they need something else at the front with the Monkey King, right? Because you have this pick off and this drag away, but say you actually get initiated on, you need, I guess Earthshake can do it to an extent with the fissures, but you need something that can stand alongside the MK.
I would like to see like a. I mean, I would love to see like a Night Stalker. I know it's not as big of a hero in EU as it is in NA and um, PA. Okay.
Oh, we gotta have a niche special. I mean, like Stalker, that doesn't really fit what he wants to do. In fairness, right, like, we should have probably known because obviously Monkey King's going to be mid ones. It doesn't leave that much room for a Night Stalker.
Right. There's a few carry players in NA that will play like a Night Stalker safe lane, just because with the new ulti, it's actually pretty good at carrying. But this game we got a PA. It's been like relatively nerfed. I think a big reason that PA fell off is well, actually she didn't fall off, but a big reason that her win rate has gone down fairly significantly is due to a lot of the heroes that are coming into the meta. In particular, Batrider is really good against PH, completely demolishes her in lane. So if you can get this hero where she actually has a decent lane, it's still kind of the old PA. And I think this draft, this final tribe draft, doesn't do much yet to counter the Phantom Assassin. So maybe this last pick will be something that they can counter her with.
Maybe something to ramp up the tempo, because right now I'm looking, I'm going, okay, pre-BKB, you can deal with this PA, but the moment she has one, right, you won't be able to Cyclone her anymore, you won't be able to finger her to kill her off, It's basically... Right now, the Monkey King is going to try and actually, like, cruise through that area, so you need to maybe find a way to shut him down so PA never gets online, right? Does that sound correct?
Or you need a counter for the PA when she does come online. Like, you can either just stomp the game, end the game before she comes online, or have a hero to deal with her. And it looks like they're really thinking about it, because Brew doesn't really... Like, they don't have any damage sources for the PA, really, other than the Lion Finger. But there's an Oracle on the enemy team who can just save the PA. Lion's just complete single target. So you need something that can just do, like, some sort of persistent damage to deal with the PA. Razor is a decent option. Let's see. They could... But Brew's probably their offlaner, so they need a mid. They're still like Ember Spirit, but you're laning into Monkey King. That's not great. Bounty Hunter is decent, but you're laning into Monkey King, gets an Oracle.
Bounty Hunter would give you a good ramp up, actually.
It would. Clinks, maybe? Clinks versus Monkey King? That's a pick people have been picking a decent amount in pubs. It's actually not that bad. It's just a relatively squishy hero. Hey,
look at you! Oh god, this is.
This is a pub hero. Chessie, I know, plays this a lot, and it's a lot better than people make it seem like it is. The ultimate's not actually that bad. It's terrible in the late game. It doesn't do that much damage in terms of carrying. Like, Clinks does a lot less in the late game, but
I like how
the ulti's like a team fight ulti.
I like how kind of humble you are about it. It's like, yeah, you got the right pick, okay? Someone that's not being picked too much. Like, oh yeah, I just know my pubs. This is just Chessie pubbing on us right now. But
dude, I'm telling you, man, this is a hero.
I mean, most that's true of all of these, in fact. Also, I hear.
I just feel like so many people are like, Clinks is total dog shit, but you see it picked by like the occasional player in high rated pubs, and it does well. Like, the ulti's not terrible. It used to be terrible. It looks stupid. Don't get me wrong.
But it's the choke points as well. Like, this is why this hero has relevance mid lane as well. It's just the pick-off opportunities you have once you reach 6 is incredible because of that choke point of the stairs. And if you actually, like, force fights around these choke points, which teams have got better at, by the way, since Pangolier became so mainstream, then you can actually easily exploit the value out of that ultimate.
Yeah, especially if you have some sort of lockdown for it, like the Lion Hex, Nature's Prophet with the trees. Like, they have a lot of like pseudo disable for the Clinks to make that ulti work, especially in choke points. Like you mentioned, like the Sprout is really good in choke points because you'd have to tango through two trees to get past if you put on the choke point just to kind of block.
It's definitely something that gets kind of overlooked. I think when a lot of people kind of perceive these drafts, they think about the cow picks. I think it's just really become obvious since Pangolier got added to the game. There are a lot of heroes that just have to look at the terrain you're fighting on, as opposed to just the direct matchups in lane and your abilities.
Right. That's actually my theory on why Tinker got really good when they changed how the layout was of the map, where there are all these high grounds. because instead of just blinking into trees, you're blinking onto high grounds all the time. So it's really hard to kill a Tinker who blinks into the jungle. Whereas before, if a Tinker blinked into the jungle instead of, the side of the map, that's how you would kill a Tinker. Like, nobody would do that. But now there are all of these little high grounds and little nooks and crannies that you can hide in. I completely agree. Of course, it's gonna change what heroes are good and what heroes aren't. And then the regen nerfs happened.
It's always just new layers. That's the thing. Like at this stage in the game, everything that we as the average viewer see and perceive, like, this is something pro players have mastered. They've gotten used to. They're always looking for the next big thing, whether it's tiny little juke spots or just evolving the terrain.
That's actually like a consistent thing with pro players. Is they're like, oh, if you get this second deny on this wave with this hero versus this one on the Radiant side, then you can win this matchup. It's like, fuck, dude, why are you thinking of that? You're like keeping yourself up at night thinking about this one matchup, the second last hit that you can get. But then they use it in a game, and it actually lets you lane a certain hero in a certain way. And all of a sudden, it's broken.
Well, I think one of the big ones for me, like last year, I noticed was... I won't mention the player. There was one or two players that were complaining about a certain infamous mid called Thompson and how he was ruining their pub games because he kept glyphing the first creep wave. And then, like, 2 months later, everybody's
doing it. Yeah. Yep. Sounds about right. Chessie's just demolishing mid one here.
Yeah, he's taking so much damage. 1 armor, Still very tanky. Oh, Chessie? Oh, you might get... Oh, nice dodge. No, he got it just in time. Smaller window, but he knows how to do it.
Yeah, he was waiting for the last second there.
So it's
nice
still
zoning by Chessie here. Yeah, it's really dirty. This is a good hero against Monkey King. One of the few that's like a high tempo hero that's good against Monkey.
So probably not going to see mid one take control of the map in this type of game. He should just be confined for a while. Although expect him to try and make rotations as soon as he has a few levels, because he can't contest his lane that well.
For sure. I think maxing out the Primal Spring and just pushing the wave, and then rotating, pushing the wave, rotating, pushing the wave, and like jungling in the downtime is definitely the play. Rotating would be better too, because Chessie can kill him in the jungle.
I actually want to try for something here. Yapsor is mid. Problem is he's seen by a wood.
Yeah. Chessie has two mangoes too, so he can easily use the strafe and then searing arrows. So let's see. I want to see how this trade goes. Doesn't he just turn and hit mid one?
Yeah, mid one's panic mode now. He's got the balance strike. Enough damage though. Gets him the kill. 2 points to the Jingu. Maybe not expected by Chessie.
Yeah, that's just good calculation for mid one. It's really hard to say who wins that trade with the with the mischief, with the strafe, searing arrows damage.
Oh, look at this value for Zai. He stacked the creep wave, and that means that while the troll is getting whatever he wants, so is the Bat Rider. And who's going to have a bigger threat as you kind of spiral out this mid lane, out of the lane phase rather? It's probably going to be the Bat Rider.
Definitely Bat. Yeah, Bat once he gets like level, honestly level 3. Like now he could go contest the troll if he had mana to do it. So what he's probably going to do is just kill this wave, go back to base, get some regen, and then go and completely destroy the troll. Like Bat is one of the best troll counters. Although as I say that,
they're gonna punish him.
None of he's dead.
Yep, stunned up, should go down. Nice rotation from Hanskin to ensure the kill. He was being a little bit greedy there. Didn't want to salve, couldn't in fact.
Yeah. Era doing a good job at just being obnoxious, chasing him around. A lot of the time it's not good, but when you have an NP to TP in, it's definitely good. It's always kill potential.
A little bit of punishment Yaps as well. Era definitely being wherever he needs to. So that means Zai will return to the lane instead, with a slight XP advantage coming out for Frost.
Look at mid one. He's trying to get the angle so he can hit Clinks and the creeps to lifesteal. Yeah, there he goes.
We'll get it, but now Chessie, who says, alright, I'll fight with you, but he can't. He has to back away and it's too late. Mid one gets the kill. Courtesy of the creeps joining in.
Yeah, sort of pings out and says, okay.
Do you remember when we were like, this lane is gonna be hard for Monkey King? And just that one rotation, all of a sudden, this lane is gonna be incredibly hard for Chessie.
Yeah, well, that was also just an outplay by mid one, like getting that angle where he he baited Chessie into a really shitty angle because like Chessie went forward into the creeps because mid one was so low there, but he didn't anticipate like how much he would lifesteal because he hit all the creeps and then he hit Chessie as well. And then Clinks just has 600 HP at this point with 2 Wraith Bands. Most heroes would have like 1,000 HP with that.
Probably just stack Fairy Fires and pray at this stage.
Ooh, Nisha.
Top.
Careful, dog.
Yeah, Nisha getting pretty low. Has got the stick to keep him alive, though. Puppy has been spamming out the Purifying Flames to heal him up wherever he can.
Yeah. He needs that salve.
Oh,
Maybe...
Fissure mid lane. Chessie, he's forced to fight again. Mid one. He's been hit by the tower as well. Hits the Boundless Strike. Needs one more hit. Nope. Stun's going to come out from Arrow with the Impale. The salve use isn't enough. Chessie still goes down. And look at this. Han's going to even arrive. There's a party in the mid lane, but mid one, he doesn't want to participate.
It's really easy to think that you have more HP on Clinks than you actually do because
you know who else
got such a
HP?
Troll.
Yeah? Okay, this is getting a little bit out of control now.
That's nice one. That's the counter. The bat into Troll. Oh my god. Mid one is just popping off.
Oh, nice deny, actually. Arrow did actually make sure that bind didn't get picked up. See, I just realized what you're on about, because I said yeah, I'm not gonna lie, whenever these kind of link-up puns happen, it's not intended, and I kind of hate myself for it. And Zai hates his life right now as well. Frost even gets the kill because he regened a little bit too much.
Yeah, not even boots on Era. He's able to catch him out. Era has been just the bane of Zai's existence, honestly. Just running around, chasing him, stunning him up. Doesn't even do damage. Somebody else just comes in and kills.
Definitely been the highlight for TFT, and I mean, they need a highlight because this top lane's been a draw. This mid lane has been a disaster for them. And bot lane has just been a complacent farm zone, basically.
Bot lane has been really awkward. Oh, here Era comes back to mess with Zai.
Yeah, Zai being greedy. Once these creeps, a little bit of harassment. They have to be careful. He does have level 6 now.
He does. With the bottle, I think going for the Flaming Lasso makes sense because he actually has the mana to use it. There's kill potential there if he can get a couple of stacks on the troll. Although maybe there's kill potential on Zai.
Yeah, they're going to stun him up and try and move in. If they can get one root, he's dead, but doesn't look like they'll be that lucky.
Although Zai... Oh, okay, so he went for the third point in Sticky Napalm, actually.
Oh,
I feel like if he had Lasso, if he had Lasso, he could kill the troll, I think, but...
Yeah, he can't commit hard this problem because the Battle Trance will dispel all of the Sticky Napalm.
That's true. And also, there's the Nature's Prophet to TP. There's the Hex and Earth Spike from the line. It honestly makes sense that he's not going for kill.
It's kind of a fragile state of laning in that regard, right? Because if you identify at that point, actually, I can't make any of these plays because of Prophet, you could maybe rotate Yapsa up, and if you pick off Hanskin, that actually opens up the other two lanes to gank straight away.
Yeah, oh for sure. Or if he's distracted. I like that Hanskin went for the Bassi.
Oh, they're doing it. They got the ult down. Clinks is burning arm. It will burn mid one to a cinder. Oh, pick off as well. He had he waited away from lane so long. He was in the jungle for like the last 2 minutes just to make sure he could get 6.
Yeah. He actually just can't show up the lane. Mid one just keeps killing him. Look at this HP pool on Clinks, man. What a nerf to this hero it was to change Death Pact and to remove his strength gain as well.
It's okay. I got an idea. Just play him as an offlaner. You build yourself a Crimson Guard. Useful. And you tank.
I've seen people do that, actually. They go for, like, Spirit Vessel at Clinks. They go Spirit Vessel Medallion treads. And it's pretty good.
Oh, Jeep's in trouble. He didn't get level 6 yet. He's been found and stuck inside of Wukong's command that will ensure his death. Good pick off as well, considering Brewmaster had been basically unpressured there. Oh, and this room picked up by Yapsor just in time as well because Prophet was getting ready to come in, and now they might try and turn around. Fissure locks Arrow on the right side. He has no escape. This mid one's going to move in. They try and cut the trees, but that's not going to get you out of the mess. Blink's trying to join in and help. The stun control is good, but in the end, they have to back away and let Lion die.
Nice Fissure from Yapsor. Cutting off. He seems to be a lot of the time in this mid lane in the right position to just set up a gank or turn a gank. That's not something that you see often with Earthshaker these days because the mid lane towers are so close together. It's very rare that somebody's out of position where you can catch them. You have to be like in the right place automatic. Like this bot lane, he's in the right place again. Zai has the lasso.
And they're going to be able to lock him on the spot. He should be able to get Battle Trance out if he wants to, but instead of hold on and just wand up.
But they don't even go for him.
The hardest committal. I mean, yes, you used the lasso, but it wasn't like you were all in for that. You just wanted to try and force that any regen he had.
Yeah, I think honestly, I do feel like you could probably force out the battle trance, but it's definitely the riskier play because if there's a rotation that comes in off the back of the battle trance, then he gets
Plus
like a
profit
lucky
as well.
root. Yeah,
Because then you're
you're
instantly
done.
to 3v2. It's understandable.
Yep.
But while that's happening, TFT will go for this top tier 1 with the Prophet here, and they've got the Helmet Dominator. They should be able to secure and start to open up Secret's jungle. And now Niche has been found as well. Nice rotation from Chessie. Absolutely unable to help at all. Mid one realizes actually I should probably have been rotating instead of farming the mid wave. I found
God, I
error.
know. Oh, there. Yeah, that's such a small vision range, but he sees him. He should see that he warded too.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They'll turn into a tree for the double
Oh my
protection.
God. No, they're not going to go for him.
This
but they
is
de-ward it.
so. This is the true mating process of trees. Pollination is a lie, just like global warming. Flat earthing is real. So.
Is this what my parents were doing in the bedroom? Or-
Maybe. Oh, split coming out from Sheep. I don't think they were doing that though.
Okay.
Well, maybe. It depends, like how you approach. If he's feeling feisty, he might have pounced onto the
Well,
the appropriate
I would
area.
approach. I would approach by just like putting my ear to their door. That's how I would approach. Oh, you mean how they would approach?
I mean, if they won't have the birds and the bees conversation with you, I guess that's one way to learn. But
We'll show you. Oh,
this is
God.
getting more and more concerning the deeper we go into this hole, and now I just realized what I said and made things worse, but not as bad as they're going to be for Frost. She better stun him up. He has got the battle trance. They want to force it out of him this time. If they can. They could actually get him range for the Echo Slam.
He just walks away with treads plus the 250 health talent. This guy's sitting on 1600 HP, almost 1700 HP. When he goes for the Agi treads, yeah, look at that.
He's
That's
a thick
nuts.
boy, you know.
He's literally got double the HP of the Clinks.
Not
Stick
hard
as
to
fuck.
achieve. Meanwhile, Brewmaster goes down. Nice rotation. And Clinks is far, far away. They just about clip on the hands, but they can't find him. This should be them pushing in response, though. They did lose their tier 1 tower. They probably want to take their opponents.
It's really hard for them though because they don't really have anything that pushes at this point into the game.
Well, you're pushing in those choke points as well. There's no easy way to approach this mid tower for them.
Yeah, the Clink's ulti is actually very strong at this point. You're pushing into Nature's Prophet, who's got the Wrath of Nature. You're pushing into a dead Zai on the bot lane to just troll and line, it looks like. Did
Just a
Eric get a
casual
stack
finger.
of... nice finger. He got the extra finger build too. That's nice.
Just proving he's very adept with his hands, fingers.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Mid one.
I mean, as a competitive gamer, that's you're gonna have the dexterity.
Definitely got to show your finger skills. Lion, they're going on top, and they know he doesn't have the finger anymore, so he has to try and run away, but it's too late. The Wukongs gets him. Jeeb going to try and move out. It's going to get root for a second here. No split for 20. False promise. Puppy has to use it on himself, and now Frost going to pursue through. Looking on the mid one. Stomp comes out with the centaur, locks him on the spot, gets the kill. The root on the Puppy means he should be going down at the end of this, and now Zai arrives, says, okay, late to the party, but I'm here nonetheless. Won't get a kill, though. That won't stop this push onto the tier 1 tower by the side of TFT.
Dude, I love this Brew Dominator thing. I've never seen people go for this on Brew. Is this something that was happening in the previous major? The major was on when it was like 5 a.m. here, so I didn't
don't
watch
feel
it.
like I saw much of it. Like, Vlad's has still been the standard, right? Still a good
Yeah,
item.
Vlad's.
And this is a hero that can get value out of it. Zai, oh no, he's gone. Jesse hungry. Turns out the problem wasn't that he had 2 Wraith Bands and a low HP pool, it was that he needed 3 Wraith Bands and a low HP pool.
Yep. It's enough. It's got exactly 1,000 HP. That's all he needs.
That's the balance. In all things.
Yeah.
He's
Just
actually
need 3 Wraith
close
Bands.
to the level 2 Burning Army as well.
What does it change? It gives
That is
you
the
so it gives
attack
you
interval.
extra 1, and then it gives you they attack faster.
Yeah, that's
And
the
they
big
get-
one.
And they get your searing arrows, right? So they can. So if you get the 30 searing arrows damage, although 15 strength on Clinks, that's pretty decent. Although I don't know, you may as well commit to the.
Haven't
the
you,
searing
haven't you
arrows
learned
damage.
the true way of playing Clinks now? You basically just drop your roll and die. You are... You're just kind of like Warlock at this stage.
Hey man, Warlock's good. You know, it's a good way to play.
You know what, they
It's
should
working
just...
for Jesse.
Actually, they should just give him a talent now where if he dies, he drops
When
the
you
second
die,
Burning Army.
oh my god. Oh, there's enough of those talents.
Just
God
Ags
damn.
creates an X out of Burning Army instead of a line.
Yeah.
God, I'm great for ideas.
parallel wall. Yeah,
That
is
could
sick.
work. Okay, that could work. I'm game for that.
Does it work in Chrono? Did you do some sick
Oh,
Chrono?
I think they get. I'm pretty sure they get stopped, right? Because they are a physically
They're
existing
units.
unit.
Yeah.
Like it's not like Reflection where you don't actually exist. That sounds
Yeah.
like an existential crisis. This is getting too deep.
I mean, it's all in your head anyway, you know?
I mean, Frost Pocket's getting pretty deep though. 7k net worth now, and he almost has the Sanj complete.
Gonna get Sanj and Yasha, eventually Satanic, have 50% status resistance. Completely breaks Dota. Earthshaker can't combo you. Get BKBs off.
I've been telling people, you just the real combo is Huskar Omni Knight. You build that status resistance build, and then you get the extra from the Heavenly Grace.
Yeah, the heaven people go like 3 Heaven's Halberds on Huskar. Seems pretty legit.
I think you're going too far here.
Did you know they do it, dude? I'm telling you, it's a strat. At least 2 Sanches. At least 2 Sanches.
This is like
Alright.
as bad as when I was Fury crafting double one. And then just stockpiling charges in both of them for big engagements.
You're gonna need to, does it work like that?
I think so, because like when you max one out, the other fills. It's been a while since I tested it. I think that
But
was how it was meant
It's
to
a
work.
13-second cooldown though.
Yeah, but like,
it's-
how often are you going to recharge to 21 charges in 13 seconds?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Like, I think we've, like me, I can't remember, me and one of the players, we Fury crafted as, like, actually, if you're up against a Bat Ride and a Bristle, which is never going to happen, but if you were, it might be okay.
Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of double stouts these days. Just people that generally like, want to tank creeps. See it on Brew, Bounty Hunter, Axe, obviously. Hey man, I'm game.
You know, you want to be the game, you want to be good at the game, you got to change the game. You can't just follow what everyone else is doing.
I'm telling you, dude, one of the number one things you'll see from watching like high-rated pubs is these players are doing. You said it. They're doing these builds that are mid lane.
He's going to get away. The Fissure almost blocked him in, but don't worry, Gapsaw knows what he's doing. Problem is, so does Frost, and he wants to bang his axes on the high ground. Thing is, can you really stop him right now? Look at his HP pool. We talked about it earlier. Now he's up to 2k. That's one Agi. And Lasso coming out. Trying to fight here. Wukong's down. Lion taking a lot of damage. He's going to get a finger out time. Yes, he can, but Bat Rider needs to be careful. He's going to heal up the shrine by a little bit. But eventually just runs out. He's going to go down. Stomp comes out. The Centaur. Monkey King locked down as well. The Vision not helping. Echo Slam comes in, but Yabzor doesn't do enough damage. False promise to keep Monkey King alive. Find up against Chess. Going to get him low, but ruined on the spot by Frost. Has to turn around and deal with him. Troll's going to get low. Can he actually pop that Aegis, though? It doesn't look like it. He's disarmed. Instead, Monkey King trying to move away. Nice dodge out, but it won't be enough. He goes down. It's a double kill with Jeep. The Aegis gets popped. Nisha looking to fight up against this because in their favor, it has ended that way as TFT have ran out of heroes to throw at this Phantom Assassin. Nisha will get the kill on Najib. Frost, where you going now, buddy? 2k HP, but that just takes a little bit longer. It won't stop Nisha from hitting into you. Dagger to slow you down. Jumps in. Where are the crits? There we go. Coming through. They haven't got the mana for the Fissure, actually. The Soul Ring ran out just in time. Still chasing. Arrow missed his stun. Another TP in. Hanskin trying to protect. The trees won't stop Nisha from pursuing, though, with the face boots. He gets out of the trap and then chases full for more. Hanskin, where are you going? To hell. And back to hell, but the real man who does that stays alive.
Dude, in that fight, Puppy got literally surrounded by treants and blocked. Like, he actually couldn't move. And then he TP'd out with 1% HP left. It was the strangest thing to see happen. It was just in the back line of the fight between 2 supports. It was so awkward. There was this situation where Frost actually ran away, assuming that Puppy would die because he was in over his head and he was too deep. And then Puppy didn't die, and then Troll just ends up dying anyway. What an awkward engagement. But, I mean, basically that entire engagement just boils down to, number 1, Zai getting the lasso off on the Lion so that he doesn't get hexed up at the start. And then number 2, fighting on a shrine. Like, you just can't fight a team into their own shrine, into the high ground. It's too hard. Even if you have a lead, even if you have a way better tempo in the game.
Bye, Monkey King. They were waiting for it. Sally
Yeah,
Yapsel can't help against the Burning Army. Meanwhile, bot lane, though. Hanskin, he has been found. Zai has to commit the lasso, but gets the kill nonetheless.
I love this Boots of Travel Bat Rider build. Just you run so quickly with the bots plus Firefly, and you can go everywhere, pushing out waves, killing people, showing up to fights as well. Like, Okay, mid lane, Jesse.
Oh,
Double damage still.
thinking
I
about
feel
it, but
he's had this forever. This double damage.
it's
It
got to
seems
run
like
out soon. There we go.
But this
Balance
bat build, I really love it because one of the big problems with Batrider is that you want to like not show and show up to fights because you're one of the best, probably the best initiator in Dota. But also the Firefly lets you very safely push out like massive amounts of waves and get a shitload of farm in the jungle. So there's always this weird balance between like Boots of Travel is the perfect offlaner build if you can get to it because it lets you show up it lets you split the enemy team up and then show up to fights that you split the enemy team up before. Like you can make the fights 4v5 and then show up to the fight. It's actually insane. It makes every hero nature's prophet. Not exactly.
Well, yeah, there's some slight differences, but the point is important here is like it's basically any hero that can justify boosted travel second or third item, even first, has a huge advantage in the current meta with the ability to TP twice.
Yep, especially if you can push out, if you have a hero that can push out lanes somewhere else very easily. I've even seen like Fear builds Boots of Travel all the time as a 4 position, like Earth Spirit, Pudge, like any hero, he'll just push out a lane, show up to a fight, push out a lane, show up to a fight, and it's just such a good strat for getting an advantage in team fights. Like look at Zai, he can be this lane pusher.
And he's got the Crimson Guard as well, so he can just show up. And he can, like you said, he can bait. He can actually tank the damage, the initial source at this point.
It's a different way. It's a different way to play Batrider that you wouldn't.
Oh, they're moving in. Blinks has been seen. Chessie, they want to drop him before he can bring down the Burning Army. He does throw it out, but it's basically defensively to hope he can do summon after he dies. Grimscar's going to be there to protect Monkey King when he comes down. Mid one can just sidestep it. In fact, he's going to farm them. As you expect.
Brew split for that too, so this is a good fight. Like no matter what happens right now,
well, they might find more.
Can still fight. Yeah. Brew has no blink. Zai has lasso.
This is a slow but sad death. There's the lasso drive back, and oh, a kill for Nisha. Or mid one in this case, as he does get the final tap. They have been finding a lot of kills on the side of Secret, but they need to somehow transition this into towers, because the one thing you can say in favor of TFT right now is they've been losing these fights, yes, but they've been losing it on Secret side of the map consistently at this stage.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, as a result of that, it means that Secret's not really getting anything in terms of objectives for it. So it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing.
Zai overstepped his mark.
He's so tanky.
It took a while, but inevitable.
They got him. Yeah, the line got the finger damage too. So
that's his second one. Okay, this line's gonna turn the game, boys. I mean, fairness, he does have the level 2 finger now.
Yeah.
Still needs that level 3.
Unfortunately, that was the level 1 finger that he used, so it's still on cooldown for 160 seconds.
And he might die now. Fish is going to come out, jump in, Nisha with the 1 tap. That's a third of his HP, and that wasn't a crit.
Nisha went for the cleave. That's not common, not super common with this build.
I think in this game, though, like, he must realize he's kind of equal farm with the troll, right? And this gives him an advantage to build.
Yeah, sure. Makes sense. Also, maybe he just feels like with the Oracle on his side and the way that he's playing the fights, he doesn't need the lifesteal. Like, he doesn't need to go in and be a frontliner. He can just kind of gank the people in the back lines of the fights because Zai's entire purpose is to just start the fight and be tanky. So, he doesn't really need the lifesteal, per se, in this game.
Well, if everyone dies too quick, they're actually going to smoke up and try and move in. Nisha with the smoke 2.0 here. I'll be the one leading the way, though. Puppy is the one looking for some entrance, and Necronomicon is online for the Radiant side now.
I think this is the blink reveal from Yapsor, if I'm not mistaken. Or has he had it for the previous fight?
He had it for the previous fight.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I'm not sure if he... No, I don't think he's used it in a fight, but he had it before this. They might have seen him around the map. He's had it for like a good minute or so.
So they get the tower. There's no tier 2 to trade for, so Frost is just pushing the top lane. Hey, Frost is going straight for the Satanic Sanjin Yasha. He's not even... I mean, he must really think this is like a sick build.
I mean, what would you entertain otherwise, right? Like...
BKB, maybe, like...
Is that kind of two things in the same? Like you're going for stats resistance in this game, right? Like, if you go BKB, do you feel like you've used up too many slots on defensive aspects of your build?
Yeah, sure. I guess so. I mean, if you have like the battle trance plus Sanjinasha plus Satanic, like, yeah, you're right. That's already a lot of defense, but also gives you offensive as well. So it's like a nice little mix. Kind of like we were talking about with the aura items, like the utility items people are buying. It's your medallions, your Vlads, your spirit vessels, these like utility and also damage items. Like if you can do both, it's just so much better in this meta.
I guess also from his perspective, right, if Clinks was in a better spot, he could argue going for the BKB and just being the tank. But you look at it right now, Clinks is starting to fall behind a little bit in terms of net worth. And he's not surviving these initial bursts half the time.
Yeah, that's true. You know what he actually needs, now that I'm thinking about it, is Monkey King bar against the PA.
That's true.
Pretty desperately. And then also, like, Monkey King has high armor, does magical damage in the Monkey King bar. Really good with the troll attack speed, fervor.
Although in fairness, right now, actually, Nisha is still not going for a BKB, so you do at least have the Cyclone to remove him from the fights.
True, yeah. You can take the damage away.
Although
I do feel like you want to put the Oracle in the air, though, just because it's just an easy way to deal with that false promise. You just say, all right, you're out of the fight.
Oh, Zai. It's the last who's going to drag the Brewmaster across. Can they lock him in? Yes, they can. The bash coming out to ensure it with a big crit. The buyback comes out. They're outside the pit now, though. Half HP on the roast. They can't commit any longer. They need to find a pick-off on the secret if they want to get back inside. They have to keep an eye on it as well, because if Nisha goes in, he could easily obliterate that in a good 20 seconds. Frost? Okay, this is
they got
brave.
the courier.
The lasso has been used, but this is very brave. Gonna jump across on the hands, can BKB activate, try and go. The Burn Army goes down mid one, throws out the Wukong to reduce the damage he takes from those skeletons. Hanskin will fall. They force him out of the pit. The split has been used as well. Cyclone is up onto the Oracle as you were anticipating before. Mid one will just farm up the skeleton army. They'll move away. Buyback comes out from the Prophet right now, but they're out of the pit again, and the fissure stops them from going back in. The split's gonna run out soon. Secret, can they have the advantage?
Slam.
He has. He might go on it. Two heroes right here. He should be going in, but he's waiting. Patiently, in fact, right now. It's going to be force gone. There's the Echo Slam. The Battle Transfer used just in time. But Prophet gone. That's a dieback. The Blink Strike away. Nisha pretty low. The Disarmer's there on the troll in the meantime. And Arrow will go down to mid one. Mid one needs to re-engage with his team. Going to move across right now. Yap's still pretty low, but Frost can't find it. They cut the tree. Mid one. They might better go to town on him right now. He needs to turn and fight, but he can't. In the meantime, Jeeb is going to go down. They're going to root him up. Troll down to half HP. There it is. Nisha arrives once more. The stun's coming out. Blinks will fall. It's going to be a team wipe. Secret. They beat the side of TFT, and now they can just head in and claim their prize, the heart and the cheese of this infamous beast.
That was a complete outclass by Secret in that team fight. Yapsor surviving at 10% HP. Puppy disarming the right targets when people are literally one auto attack from dying. Yapsor saving the Echo Slam until the Troll battle trance was over. Waited until he could get the Clinks as well as the Nature's Prophet and the Necro Book. Like, huge patience from all of the players on the side of Secret in that fight, and amazing synergy as well. I hate to, hype up like the tier 1 team, but you can absolutely see why these guys are in the class of teams that they are when you watch a fight like that. There was just so many situations where any other team would have, a player dying because they're at 10% HP, and then they don't communicate something correctly because it's really hard to in a pressureful situation like that. That was just super well played from everybody.
Basically threading the needle, because that's the thing. When you're in that scenario, I mean, people sometimes forget how fast these fights are and how most people can't communicate enough information in that time. It really does sometimes come down to the feel and the kind of teamwork and the synergy has been built up over time.
Like the Monkey King, oh my god, there's like 4 of them in that fight, 10% HP, and then they turn it around. Like Oracle ulti, the Face Edict coming out, Monkey King with the Boundless Strike, PA almost dying at the start, Yapsor almost dying, then turning just by, juking around a tree. Everybody. It wasn't just one of them. There's no, single individually skilled player on this team. They're all, obviously, very high skilled. Good synergy, too.
And see economical destruction from that as well. Like, you force TFT to commit buybacks, you actually kind of goad them into this false sense of security. And then you don't have to expend any buybacks yourself. You've got huge gold value. In fact, if we look at the charts, you can see this huge dip. Of course, you expect that from a 5-man wipe, but it was the way they contained any... They basically cauterized any sort of loss of gold for themselves.
Yep.
Bot lane. Uh-oh. Zai striking again. Hans can TP away in time, but the ult's going to come out. Looks like he won't escape from this.
Wow, what discipline from Zai. All right, that was amazing. Holy shit. That was so disciplined. 99% of players go for that kill right there. But he knows it's not worth dying for. That was like he actually just got stunned in the trees where it was 0.3 seconds earlier, he would have died.
And look at the attention
Jesus
of forces
Christ.
as well. You're right. Look, Nisha goes top. And straight away, Zai can just join in again because he has those double TPs.
Imagine the gut feeling of like not getting that kill at when he's one hit away from dying. That must feel bad. So bad. But he knew. He knew it was worth it.
Frost needs to be careful. Okay, going. The bash is going to come out as well. He needs to turn around, but actually going to turn around and run away. No mana left on Nisha. The Burning Army did go down. The disarm's going to come out to protect the PA. Move away. Let's farm up a few of the skeleton armies as he leaves, but they'll look to re-engage because you just forced a pretty big commitment out the side of TFT because that's 100 seconds without your skeleton army.
Zai's getting the bounties with the travels. Hanskin? Oh no.
Oh boy, he's been found again. He's gonna go for the what? Hanskin? What's that TP? He literally just TP'd onto himself anyway. Lassie from Zai, not necessarily needed, but just to ensure that he dies. Probably just trying to save Hanskin from embarrassing himself at that stage.
Yeah. That's fair. You know, you've already got this 17k gold. You don't need to make it any worse. But this way of playing Batrider is so strong. People have been doing this in pubs, at least in NA. So it's pretty nice. Like, you just run around killing people, making sure that nobody can push. If you have an advantage, it's actually so hard to deal with this Batrider because he can just be everywhere, and he's so fast with the Firefly giving you that percentage movement speed and with the travels. And then if you try to take a fight elsewhere, he just shows up because he has the travels.
He's not the only one that does this. Like, look at mid one and the movement there as well. Like, they are basically trying to set up for a kill on someone that shows, but these two between them, there's no entrance. There's no entrance for TFT. There's no pick-off kill.
What do they do? Who do they go on? Brew doesn't even want to show, like, he's showing mid. He doesn't even want to go top. They're just sacking the racks. They know they can't fight this. They're literally sacrificing a racks.
They're trying to prioritize that mid lane and keep it pushed out. And same with the bot, but honestly, if you're Seeker right now, you don't care about this bot lane. You just focus the mid and then try and take the game, right?
I mean, Zai can just handle the bot lane very easily with the travels anyway. I think he'll probably look to TP scroll down there and then travels to the fight. Yeah, he uses the TP. He'll just Firefly this out. He's got the cooldown reduction talent. Yeah, he'll probably look for the Prophet a little bit and then look to TP mid.
Look at
he's
net
the
worth.
Prophet now.
Good lord.
Yeah, he's huge.
He's a big
That's the
boy.
thing with this build. You can farm so quickly while also like functioning as a counter rat hero.
I guess Reclaim. Secret do at least get the last out of town. This is them basically putting TFT on notice. If you don't do something before the next Roche, you're done.
Look what Nisha's building.
Yeah,
he's getting a Battle Fury.
I mean, it's good damage. Yeah, it's good damage. Oh,
like, he's actually just getting...
Oh my god, Hans could no. I think he's given up. I don't know if you've noticed, but that's at least twice in a row now where he gets found and instantly tries to teleport next to himself.
Because he knows there's nothing that he can do with the double TP cancel.
That's where we're going to find out his keys were broken. He'll just tweet out like, yeah, my keyboard wasn't working properly. A likely story. Nisha thinking about going in, and he will. Troll wall again, preload. Power trance just in time for the Abyssal. They stun him up for a moment. He's going to turn around. Wukong's down. Mid one with the BKB activate. It's going to just farm up the Burning Army. And now they jump on top of the Clinks. They get both the Troll and the Clinks dead. Buyback comes out the Troll and the Clinks. They have no choice to go commit everything to this because this might be the last fight. Secret refusing to leave the base. The split has almost ran out. But what do you do now? Moving in right now. Chessie trying to do some damage mid one. Going to try and back up. They have got Echo. There it is. He comes in. And they just eviscerate TFT. And it looks like Secret. This might be enough to end it. GG comes out. The Found Tribe know they have no hope against the powerful swings of Secret's lineup in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say anything about draft and lanes and stuff like that in this game, just because I would say when it came to team fighting, Team Secret just massively outclassed TFT. 10% HPs all around. They would fight with the... You know, all of their spells are down except Echo, and they're still really confident, like baiting the Echo, and then presumably they would get out afterwards. Just really well orchestrated team fights by Team Secret. And if you just fight way better than your opponents, like, nothing else in Dota even matters because you just take one fight and you have the advantage.
Beautifully done. Yeah, we did say halfway through the game. TFT, great aggression in that mid game, decent control had, taking these towers. But, you know, you were not losing objectives, sure, but you were losing these fights convincingly. It seemed like they just reached a speed bump they couldn't get over after they took, what, 5 towers? There was nowhere left to go. There was nowhere left to push. And was it basically a case of we looked at TFT's lineup and went, these guys are good at split pushing, but directly in fights, they were just being outclassed by Secret?
Yeah, I would say definitely. Like Zai did do a pretty good job at dealing with the ratting that was happening, but I think the ratting only happened as a result of the team fights going so poorly. I would say really this entire game boiled down to just like, you know, specifically that Roche fight. It completely blew the game wide open for Secret, where I don't see many teams recovering from such a fight where you lose that many buybacks when you're about to take Roche. You lose the Aegis, you lose the tempo. Like, mentally, it's hard to come back from that.
Does mean Secret win 2-0 and head to the upper bracket in their group. But we are going to dance a different dance here. We should be heading back across to the CIS DOTA. I'm waiting for confirmation. I believe the Na'Vi versus that team name I can't say very well is still going. I believe it was, let me check. Na'Vi versus Uvajeni. I think I've said that right. So that should be going on. In fact, I can quickly just check in here. Na'Vi versus Uvajeni. All right, looks like game... Yeah, it looks like the first game should finish shortly. We're going to quickly just, like, you know, recover, get some liquids inside us, and be back for game 2. So short break, then we'll be in for game 2 of Na'Vi versus Uvajeni. Stay tuned.
I guess you can fear him now with Dark Willow, the Terrorize. Also fearing the Monkey King. It's like just some good area control in general. Does run into some laning concerns, the Dark Willow, just because of how long the cooldowns are on all those abilities. But we'll see how this goes. Is there any draft that you're liking more? Both of these look so weird from the major, watching those games. Very different style of play, it feels like.
The only hero that stands out, pretty much every single hero was picked a lot, is Silencer. But
Right.
it's Puppy. He loved the hero when hero was extremely weak, and he made it work. I remember him getting Helm of the Dominator, phase boots, when basically no one was playing that hero, and people started to realize how strong it actually is. And now we have a Puck, so nothing that can keep Puck in place besides Batrider ulti. Really hard game for OG, at least with these 3 heroes against Puck.
Okay.
They need to pick some kind of a control.
For OG to be able to keep him locked down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Batrider's not necessarily the greatest in phase shift away from a lot of stuff, but they're going to go back for it.
All
But
right.
on a Spectre...
TI winners are back with their Spectre pick. They're going to save the last hero for them for mid, probably. And it's hard because they can go for Dragonite, but then you're playing Dragonite into Monkey King, Tide Hunter, which is never good. It depends. They can swap the lanes however they want on side of Team Secret. I just think they need reliable stun against Puck.
I mean, could they even try and do like the Batrider against the Monkey King mid if that's where they wanted to run him? I mean, I guess there's a lot of different ways.
They could, yeah, but at one point you need to stop swapping.
Right.
You can't. This is not Eternal Envy, one of those games where he kept swapping for almost 10 minutes.
Right.
I think it surpassed the 10-minute mark.
That was awful.
Yeah.
Such
Yeah.
a bad...
So this is what I was talking about. Something that can keep Tide Hunter from using the Ravage. Doom is gone.
Okay. Makes sense. Still Disruptor, Enigma. I don't think Disruptor
Enigma's
could fit
gone.
in this. Oh, yeah. He's gone too.
There's Faceless Void, but it doesn't have anything good.
Yeah, Ravage is getting off this game, it feels like. I guess hypothetically you could like just lasso him and try and not do damage to the Tidehunter, but with Spectre Haunt and stuff, it's going to do enough that it'll crack proc and the Kraken,
All
I
right,
should say.
this This is a good backup. This is a Thompson classic. They needed a hero. It's not the same concept that they need to lock down puck, but he pressures the puck in the lane. He pressures the tower and takes away a lot of attention from the Spectre. And Spectre is your win condition.
Yeah, I will say I get a little bit worried for OG's draft if Secret get out a little bit ahead. Like, I'm thinking about this Pugna just getting jumped on in the mid game and like Global Silence following it up. If ABBA doesn't have something to remove that Global Silence, this is going to be a pretty quick exploding skeleton, man.
I love what Team Secret has right now. They have good ways of initiating the fights. Monkey King with Boundless Strike from the trees. Tidehunter at one point, he's going to get a Blink Dagger. Puck with the Blink Dagger with the Global Silence follow-up. It's extremely well. Also, Silencer is great against Spectre. Once she uses the Haunt, you just pop it. She can't blink.
Yeah. Yeah, could be really nice. Well, we'll see how it ends up going. Last pick coming out from Team Secret, and it's going to be a Juggernaut. So a little bit of that invulnerability for Mr. Nisha, who has so often just been this carry that Team Secret can rely upon. But going against the Spectre, it's maybe a little bit concerning if it does get to that late game scenario. That's going to be OG's way to play.
The thing is, Juggernaut last pick against Pugna's Decrypify. You also have a Batrider Lasso, which goes through Magic Immunity. So Juggernaut can do the things that he likes, just a split push on the other side of the map without being threatened.
All right, let's switch over to my Discord server real quickly as we get ready to hop into this game number 1. Team Secret facing off against OG. Me, oh my, oh man, I cannot wait for this freaking game. It's going to be really awesome. You know, you've got all the things that you could possibly want, and it's going to be a Yapsor Tidehunter. Zai playing on the puck, mid 1 Monkey King, and you called it the Puppy Silencer. Could it be anybody else? Makes sense. How you feeling, Lacoste?
I'm feeling good. I just had to mute my mic for a second, click the unmute button, but it didn't work. So I was talking about the Tidehunter. Tidehunter as position 4, it can work. I think in this current meta, you can get away with the really greedy position 4s.
Yeah. It also feels like that hero, well, he does like to get more farm nowadays. I feel like we've been seeing more and more of like those funky Vlad's Deso builds every now and then, even on the Tidehunter.
You can build whatever.
Exactly.
One position 4, you need a Spirit Vessel, you need a mech, you need a Force Staff. You can basically build whatever your team needs.
Totally. That's where it needs to be. So we'll see these heroes moving out across the map.
Oh, the sound is really bad right now. It's robotic, it's interrupting. Maybe we should
I'll give you a call
just
again.
join the call, or we can go back to Skype, huh?
No, we're never doing that. I just left the call. I'm done with him. As soon as he says that, I'm out of here. See you later, nerd. I just muted you in the middle of you talking because you said Skype. That's what happens there.
Yeah, we don't say that word. Ventrilo, Skype,
No,
TeamSpeak. Teams still use TeamSpeak.
Oh, look at this, Ana. You got the rare Spectre, the red. Oh, it's so spooky. We'll have to just watch because Abaddon is going to be throwing out those miscoils consistently. And already getting the pressure on. Pushing into Zai whenever possible. Look at him. He's just ready. Although Yapsor here with the Gush needs to be a little bit careful. Sinnotail is going to back out.
You know what I want to see from this Tidehunter?
What's that?
Aghanim Scepter. That's the build that fits Yapsor. Like, I love
like
his Lion with Brown Boots Aghanim Scepter build.
Man, look at this Spectre set. We know what Ana spent his money on from TI. Holy crap. Look at this thing. He's got the relic. He's got the extra little set as well. He picks up the bounty rune and still getting more money. He's out of here.
Click on the magnifying glass. These are all gifts.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, shout out to my boy Sproink for gifting it to Ana.
Sproink.
And Sigma 10.
Thanks for carry. Wait, isn't that one of them?
Could be.
Sproink, yeah, Sproink is No Tail. He gifted him the set and said thanks for carry. That's great. Oh, I love that. he's almost about to die just because he keeps on miscoiling off cooldown, and he is gonna just deny himself and keeps on healing up the Spectre. This is the new game plan. This is how you play Dota now, guys. You literally can't stop him from healing. He just does it over and over again. He's gonna keep killing himself. Well, we'll see how that goes. Mid lane, mid one versus Seb. And it is going to be that matchup that we were talking about, Bat Rider against Monkey King.
Definitely Monkey King is going to have a hard time in this lane. Look at the amount of creeps that is pushing in tier 1 towers. Seb has Firefly, but only one sticky charge.
God, is No-Tail going to kill himself again? That's the real question I have here. We missed First Blood where it is down bottom.
Oh, you missed First
What's
Blood.
up going? Tell me what happened, man.
He died. I'm just kidding. I didn't see it either. I was listening what you were saying and following that part of the map.
That's fair.
So, this is the dream. Silencer with 2 extra stolen intelligence level 1.
It's tasty. Tasty, tasty. Has Arcane Curse early on.
The thing is, this Pugna's Decryptify is not gonna be good in lane like this. You're playing against Chug, you're playing against Silencer.
Yeah, it's just going to do more damage to himself if he ends up getting spun on by Nisha.
Yeah. Also, the thing about Silencer is you don't just lose intelligence, especially on intelligence heroes. You lose damage.
Yeah.
You lose spell amp. It's all these little things that add up.
Jerax. It's going to be forced back again by Puppy. As both Arcane Curse. What was the last word there? And Ana, God, taking a lot of damage here, but they have another round of Mistcoil, and the Aphotic Shield needs to live through it here, and it looks like he is for the moment, and Aphotic Shield turning on to Zai, seeing if he can live through this, but this might be too much. Had stick charges, didn't use them. Uh-oh. Zai finds the kill.
Anyway, there's no reason to use it like that because you're gonna just waste them and you're still gonna die. It's even worse if you don't die and you can't use the courier to heal up. So sometimes it's just better to die because he just regioned up, came back to a lane full HP.
Yeah. That's fair. That's a good point. Oh, Yapzor needs to be careful there, buddy. Ana's on top of him, finding the kill, though. It's going to be Ana going down. A second death in just a couple of seconds.
This is really bad. He needs to walk back to a lane right now.
Yeah. I mean, in mid, it's going really well. You can see that Seb has been able to completely zone out the Monkey King. Monkey King still managing to get 10 CS, but it's the pressure onto the tier 1 tower completely zoning him out.
Of course, he has a stronger lane Bat Rider for himself, but Monkey King is getting levels. He's level 4.5, which is not too bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at this. Ana's walking back to lane, level 3, no boots. This is terrible. Oh, look at the No-Tail brings the creep wave partway to him. He's like, all right, I'll help you out, buddy. We'll get you there a little bit quicker.
Stay healthy.
Good play by Zai to be able to find those couple of kills there with a little bit of an overextension by OG in the top lane. How about bottom? How's this lane been going so far for Mr. Nisha? Has he had an okay time, it looks like?
Does he have any items? Alright, he has some raid bands and magic ones. I was wondering where his farm is. Pugna, the crypt. Yeah, but he has a Tango running. He needs to eat another one. Actually, he's gonna die.
Oh! It goes down.
That's level 2 Arcane Curse, and the Silencer still got the intelligence from that.
Yeah, that's big.
So already 4 stolen from Pugna.
Man. And Jerax, you gotta be careful too. He's taking a lot of damage here. Does have a salve, obviously, but will be forced back yet again. Top lane, I think, has gone very well for this combo of the Tidehunter and the Puck. Zai right now, 25-5, and almost able to get the pressure on. And No-Tail here as well gets the silence out and trying to find the kill. Can he deny himself? Yes, he will. And Ana trying to chase down Zai, but he has a bottle and will be able to pick up this bounty rune off the back of it.
Kill. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 bounties.
Oh,
actually,
mid one.
Five runes.
Dodges the damage, but it's not quite enough. And Jerax now also taking some harassment. Puppy rotated mid, so they're able to get away with 1 kill. Zai wanting to finish off Seb here, misses uphill, and does have another orb in 4 seconds, but already Seb is going to be at that shrine. And we'll see if Zai can be able to force it out and do some more damage. Nope, just going to jump back to this lane.
Yaps with the full aggressive build, 202 mid 1.
He's up there.
Hard kill to get. Usually this is what Thompson does when he's playing a Monkey King and he does not have a good laning stage. He dies, not on purpose though, and he TPs on the side lane and grabs a kill or two and goes back to the mid lane.
Yeah. 2,000 gold lead already for Team Secret, 4-2, 6 minutes in. And, I mean, there is still this whole factor of the Spectre lineup and being behind early, where you're sort of used to
In the
it.
bottom lane.
You're expecting it. He's going to die again. Man, that's not what you're expecting, though. And I can't help but feel like this Pugna's just going to be food all game long.
He does not have a good laning stage. As I already mentioned, you're playing against Silencer and Juggernaut, and the top lane, Monkey King, he's still there, so 2 kills. That's how you play it. Like, Batrider was dominating his lane, and he realizes that he can't do anything, so he's just playing the side lane.
Yeah.
Batrider is jungling right now.
Interesting. Yeah, he's gonna try and get this stack up here and see if he can clear through it. Wants to go into the Boots of Travel. Meanwhile, up here in the bottom lane, Nisha chasing down Thompson, tries to juke through the trees. Nisha has him in the sight still, and they have the Silencer in position, so Puppy is gonna get a little bit of a taste of this intelligence, up to +8 now, although they are bringing in more heroes, and the Cursed Crown is going to connect, it looks like. Nisha seeing if he can buy a little bit of space for Puppy, but doesn't even need to. There's no kill potential on these supports. Like, Jerix and No-Tail just don't do anything right now.
Batrider is level 6, so they have Lasso. Maybe they should play around it. Spectre's still not level 6. Once she hits that haunt, they can try to outnumber them, but it's a long way. She's actually level 5 after this creep.
And not a great time for the Spectre, for sure. Jerix is going to rotate towards the mid lane, but Zai is kind of an impossibility for a kill here. Got so much stats on this puck early on. Has the treads as well as wand and a crown. See if he goes for that Atos build maybe. Could go for some other more team fight oriented things. I mean, if you're Secret right now, you've got out to this great lead, 3,000 gold. How do you kind of put the clamps on it? What do you need to do to try and continue to control the game?
They have level 6 on Puck, Tidehunter soon to be level 6. They can just keep playing the lanes like this, grab a kill, repeat. They don't have to basically rush anything. They don't have the best sieging potential unless they use a healing ward, so I don't expect tier 1 towers to fall bottom lane again.
On top of him, Thompson getting healed back up. Does have the decrep afterwards in the TP away. That does reveal that, hey, No-Tail's still in the area, and he does have a TP, but not sure if he's going to be able to quite make it. Can go for the deny play if he wants to, but Omni Slash doesn't quite get off in time. So Nisha gets the kill and another +2 for the Silencer.
Yeah, I don't think he had the window, actually, to deny himself.
Yeah.
10 intelligence stolen, 9 minutes in the dream, man. And he's going to hit level 6 right now.
Interesting.
Global Silence really cost. It was 250 mana before, now it's 300 level 1. So that's kind of bad thing.
Definitely. 4,000 gold lead. Go for the spin immediately afterwards. Thompson not really anticipating this rotation, moving into position, and well, he does go for the decrep, but immediately going to get the silence afterwards, and one more hit from Yapsor. Nisha gets the kill.
Pugna is a hero that has the highest intelligence gain in the game, but even Pugna can't afford to lose 10 intelligence in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, and more so than that, it's just like dying over and over again. He's not getting the items that he needs to stay survivable, and Abba in the later stages is going to need something to break the global silence so he can be that save engine. Right now he has a branch. Like, No-Tail is broke as a joke. This is so difficult, and even with him just staying in his lane, they can't do anything. He walks back in and he's just about to die again, it feels like. He should think about chasing
target to Abaddon.
Well, No-Tail.
Doesn't matter if he denies himself, he still gets the intelligence. 14 intelligence, man. You know what we need? We need the stolen intelligence on the heroes. Okay, the lost intelligence.
Yeah, I'm with
Rider,
Global used, and that's going to
Good
stop the
global.
pressure. They did kill off Zai in the mid lane while it was happening, so that's a pretty big win for OG in that fashion. One of the highest net worth heroes in the game at this point. So able to get that kill on Jerax, definitely what you want. And now they are also going to have Spectre level 7. Does not have Haunt leveled up yet. Stick charges are here also, so Ana should live through this. But it looks like they're going to stop the pressure here as everybody else moves into the position from Secret to defend mid.
Yeah, look at the build on Ana. 2 raid bands, magic wand, a lot of survivability on top of soul ring. This is the item that you don't usually see on the hero because she's struggling right now. And
Jesus.
man, what is Feedson doing on bottom? Like, he needs to swap lane. There's really no point of him getting back there and just feeding away kills.
Yeah, this has been disgusting. He just keeps on... We talked about it in the draft that this is something that could happen. I mean, is there any thought to the idea that he's like just trying to make space for Ana? Because Ana has been able to catch up a little bit at least, or is this just... I don't know. I'm trying to find the good part to this, but I'm not finding much.
I can't. I just can't. I mean, you can think about it. He's buying time for Spectre, but Spectre's not farming that much. I was talking about the Soul Ring, which gives her extra HP regen so she can farm the jungle, some even more survivability, and the extra mana so she can use the Spectral Dagger.
Right.
No pickoffs yet. But we can have the dream number again in this game. 22-3. We just need to pray.
Everybody out there, get your prayers on. Although I think that probably some of the OG fans are hoping that that's not going to happen. As we do have Zai moving into position, and with that haste turn, finds himself a tasty little Seb the bird flying on his owl. Does look like he's going to be able to walk away from him for the moment. Does Firefly last long enough? He's going to be stuck here on the low ground actually in a second, so Seb can't get up to the high ground. And tops it now, completely left alone. Yamster does have Ravage if he wants to use it. Looks like they're going to take down the Pugna Ward first, though. Now the chase coming for more. Mid one calls off the recharge. So just Jerax going down there. Still Silencer, 18 int stolen. I mean, this is going to start being a problem for, like, Abba just having enough mana to cast his spells. He's got 399 mana now.
That's not even 400 mana.
That's true.
Damn. It really costs you when you're dying near the Silencer. You can think about, it's a stupid concept, but losing every single point of mana, especially on the heroes that really rely on casting the spells in a team.
Yeah. Well, and Thompson
On the
right
bottom
now.
lane, you have a Juggernaut, level 9, the biggest winner in this game, has drums, is building towards Yasha right.
And he is going to try and get some pressure on, but the TPs are moving into position, and mid one is going to stop Seb from chasing. Mid one was hanging around, seeing if he could bait the Pugna into a bad position, but you can see Thompson is staying on his own side of the river now. Although, well, as I say that, oh god, Thompson, what are you doing, buddy? What's happening? This ain't right. Yapster drops the Ravage. Actually, they don't decide to chase anymore. Okay. Ravage used. This is pretty good for OG. Although, as I say that, they drop the coil, and now the turnaround coming, Puppy! He's here for your int! Get away! Everybody trying to run, trying to hide. The spin is there, and it is eventually going to be a kill onto Jerax. Mid one finds the big stun onto Seb, and the Omni Slash chase forward, trying to take down this Bat Rider. Gets up onto the high ground and hits him from the low ground. Nisha stuck in the trees, but it's no problem for this Juggernaut.
Man, it looked like a really bad Ravage. It actually was. But then Puck came in with your Cane Rune, and he's going to have a Dream Coil in 15 seconds. OG wanted to try something happen after that Ravage because they felt like it didn't do anything, and it backfired because Puck just... And he has a Blink Dagger right now. So another ulti, another initiation soon. Scan is going to connect to runes. It's going to be 4 bounties. 4 team secret.
Whew, man, this is really rough for OG. I mean, every avenue that they would normally have to try and get back into this game has not worked for them yet. You can see they're just trying to buy whatever time that they can. Jerax farming out Ancients with or rather the hard camps with his ulti. You got Spectre trying to get towards the Radiance, but it's going to be a while.
Yeah, we should try reconnecting our call because you sound robotic again.
Okay, well, in the meantime, before we do that, looks like they found Seb. The coil cracks, and he also will go down. Haunt was used there as well as they try and chase forward and actually going to be able to find themselves the kill on the puppy. That's huge. Ana gets a nice chunk of change for that, but he might end up paying for it as the chase is coming, and Ana eventually going to get ran down. Maybe the miscoil, maybe the aphotic shield, maybe enough to keep Ana alive, but no, it looks like they eventually will run this. Spectre, are you kidding me? Ana, he gets out of there. No, but he is eventually going to get brought down. That was the Monkey King putting the finishing touch on it, and now Jarek just tries to drop down the Bramble Maze and run away.
Man, Team Secret playing so well, playing so aggressive. OG try to make something happen. If Spectre didn't die there, it would be worth it. Also, he killed the Silencer, got 400 gold from that kill.
Yeah. Well, that's great for them, but then obviously losing his life afterwards, that's the sort of tough part about it. All right, let's do a recall real quick. I'm gonna give you a quick little call. All right. Start voice call, beautiful. As Nisha gets the pressure on to this tier 1 tower in the top lane. Level 12 has the healing ward down as well, but bottom lane is where they're going in, and they want to try and take down Seb yet again. You can look at Ana here. Just stays around for one more creep, but doesn't look like they're going to be able to punish that little bit of greed from Ana. So we'll head back halfway towards the relic. Roughly.
Look at Yapsor. He comes to a bottom lane, uses Anchor Smash, stealing the farm from his carry player, mid player, whatever you want to call him in this game, and he's building towards Lotus Orb. Lotus Orb is going to do amazing against the Batrider, against the Pagna, also against the Cursed Crown. And Topstone with another death. He died 8 times in this game. 0-8-1.
Dire's bottom tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
I mean, and again, that was the last pick for OG. I guess, to me, the thing that really stands out was I saw that Pugna pick, and I was like, all right, there's the potential that he dies a lot. I guess their thought was that if they're able to get out to a lead in the laning stage, then he's going to be that engine that allows them to just, like, run from lane to lane to lane and get towers. But if you fall behind, it just completely falls apart.
I mean, considering that Monkey King was mid, they could have just easily put him on a mid lane because he does well against Monkey. You can always use the Cripify to counter his right clicks, and you deny a lot of farm with it. Also, once you hit level 6, there's a lot of kill potential.
Yeah. Lane break pushback. It's not looking like it's quite going to be enough, though, and the Omni Slash is out. They don't have a decrep Seb. Chase down. They do have a spin if they wanted to use it in 2 seconds, but it looks like already everybody else is away. And so OG is going to back out and be able to do it safely. But yeah, Puppy 26 intelligence stolen at 18 minutes.
But he doesn't have a single
Oh
item.
no,
Like,
oh no,
he's running
Ravage.
around
The turnaround, the
wards.
catch here on it, trying to live through it, the stick. Able to do it, but they don't have the global quite yet. They did not decide to use it, and so Ana is going to be able to live. They had about a second left when they went for that initiation before the global was back up. And now if they overstay their welcome, OG looking to try and make a turnaround come, but they have the global now used and seeing if they can take down Thompson. 5 heroes just running at him, and Thompson, sensing the irony of the situation, is just going to laugh his way to the grave.
I mean, it's 12,000 network lead for Team Secret. They're gonna take this tier 2 tower. OG realizes they can't really defend it, but it's still not over. If they overextend, if Spectre gets the Radiance in the next couple of minutes, they get one good team fight. It's Spectre, and they can come back into this game. You can see Jarex just trying to split push,
Yep.
cut the waves.
In the meantime, Seb finds Puppy, but who's finding who here? He's going to try and TP out. Does go down. So Seb manages to get the kill, and now maybe that overextension you were talking about. They do have Ravage back up in 80 seconds, but Yapsor able to be that big meat shield in front of the Juggernaut. And now the Flame Break to be able to get the pushback. Yapsor looks like he might be feeding away his life as well, as they do have the Tide Hunter caught and killed off. So
They
another
picked
big
up the
kill.
bounty runes. Yeah, he was 100 gold short, but they picked up 2 bounties, and he had enough just to buy a plate mail in the side shop, so no gold lost.
Okay. Well, Ana's getting closer to that relic. I mean, how much does the Spectre Radiance change things in this game for OG? Is it the type of thing where you can immediately start taking fights afterwards?
Not necessarily. Like I think they have with Spectre, you always have a secured late game.
Right.
But it's not gonna be that easy. You have Monkey King, Juggernaut, Puck, Puck, who's extremely farmed as well, and basically it's a lineup with one core because this Pugna is not gonna scale.
Oh, a little bit of retribution there. They use everything, and Ana able to get the kill onto Puppy. Nisha, meanwhile, shows up. Yapsor there as well. Decides to use the Omni Slash now onto Seb, and the turnaround is going to be there. Pulls the aggro over to the creeps with the Omni, but not enough to make the difference. Thompson also looking like he's going to die. And wisely, Ana said he did not want to be there anymore. They trapped the Ravage to find the kill onto Thompson, but Darkwell is still able to get out. Meanwhile, top lane, Monkey King able to find himself Ana. And the poor old Spectre, actually, maybe he's going to be able to turn this back around. He's going in on this. I don't know. Can they actually find this kill? Ana has 7 stick charges.
7 stick charges, yep.
But goes over to the shrine instead. And Monkey King now showing up, but they don't have vision of him. Mid one drops the Wukong Cement with the global, but that's not going to work. So both big ultimates
Two big
used.
ultis. Yep.
Dire's bottom
They still don't have the
tower is
Radiance.
under
If they
attack.
had the Radiance and the Haunt, they would have tried to seek a fight right now, but they want to delay the game as much as possible. This is going to be the second tier 2 tower on a mid. It's tough for OG, but they can still come back into this game.
Yeah, this doesn't feel
It's
like...
not looking good, exactly. Like, it's one of those games where they can make a comeback because it's a Spectre.
Right. Let's take a look at the Dota 2 win probability. They're putting it at 97%. So there is still a 3% chance there, according to Dota Plus. And of course, getting this Radiance is going to be a big win for them, as it is coming out on the Courier right now. But also the Dark Willow is... Oh no, they're sending over the Dark Willow items first, which means that Spectre isn't going to have the Radiance for Haunt. He needs to move over to the Courier immediately, and it looks like they are going to be able to get it now. So Spectre gets the Radiance done. They have the Yule Scepter done on the Dark Willow. No Tail moving in position. Tops in there as well. They've already found one. That's going to be a dead mid one. This is problematic and a half. Ana moves into position, does not have Haunt, but it's just going to run forward and try and take down Nisha. Lotus Orb to turn it. Does have Omni Slash back off cooldown in 20 seconds. So a couple big ultimates going to be done there in a second as Thompson takes out that healing ward, but will not be initiated upon. So no Monkey King for 30. What can they do in this timing? They stop the Rosh at least.
Just farm. They have Boots of Travel on Batrider, Spectre with the Radiance. Haunt is going to be online soon. They want to delay this as long as they can. Also, Pugna's going to need to play a different game. Like, he is not core anymore. You could think of Pugna as a support right now. Just use the Cripify on a target that he uses Omni Slash on. He's also going to need to have an item. Probably, I would go for Lotus Orb after this Glimmer Cape. So you can save people, you can get rid of the global silence, and then you can use the Cripify. It's a great item. It also gives you a lot of survivability, armor against 2 cores, Monkey King and Juggernaut.
Right. Well, it definitely has that same type of feeling that we saw at TI, where it's Ana versus the world. And right now, OG doing everything they can to enable a mid one.
Is under attack.
Just a little bit out of vision there. That looked funny from our angle, but he was not quite in vision, and they do find the puck. Zai able to get the Lotus Orb to take it off immediately, so now in some trouble is this Dark Willow, able to go into the Shadow Realm, and now the chase forward with the Haunt out as well. Already going to go with the Omni Slash, but not enough to be able to find these kills onto the rest of them. Ravage to turn it. Ana, is he going to live through it all? He's able to get the stick charges off, and now he's living. The decrep, everything comes into position, and they keep Ana alive just ever so slightly. Monkey King is back in the midst of this, but with the decrep, they're still going to be able to slowly run these heroes down. Ana's chasing, does have another dagger in just a second if he can get into range. Anisha going to be able to find the spin away. But the big win, and Secret lose 3.
That's nicely done. This is exactly what they needed. Dota Plus, what do you know? 3%. 3% my ass.
Dude, they're doing it. 18 now. A huge turnaround that comes yet again. A 7,000 gold lead is all that Secret stand on after being so far ahead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And these Roche fights, ever so often, are just the bane of these teams that are in the lead. and they still haven't been able to secure it. And now you start to wonder, how do you really close out this game? Maybe take advantage of Haunt being down for a while?
Tower is under
Yeah, they don't have the best sieging potential. The one way they can siege is to have either 3 heroes dead inside of OG, and or try to siege with the healing ward, which is not the greatest thing since you're playing against bad try.
Oh, and they move forward, looking for Thompson again, but won't jump on him. I mean, Thompson did so much in that last fight. For all the crap that we were giving him for dying so many times earlier, those decreps on the Spectre made all the difference in the world. Ana throws out the dagger. Gonna reveal what's happening in the mid lane now. We find No Tail. He's gonna pop his ultimate already. The 3-person Dream Coil, pretty good, but where's the follow-up? Ravage is not up again for 40 seconds. I don't know if they can take this fight. They need to try and burst down Ana in time, but with all of these heals coming from No Tail, the Aphotic Shield, all of the stick charges, Thompson even, giving him all the regen in the world, this Spectre is not going to die that easily. Has the Radiance, is living through all of this, and Secret's still looking for an answer.
They need to pop the Shrine, because this Pugna is out of mana. Shrine ready in 2 seconds. They can take a fight. 10 seconds for the Haunt, which is going to give them the vision. They need to drag this fight as long as they can, because they don't have enough burst damage. They need to try to isolate the kill. Ideally, it would be a silencer. If Spectre jumps on him and tries to get out, or just force a global silence, and then they take a fight.
They do need to be careful, though, because if the global silence comes out during the Haunt, you might not be able to reality to his illusion. And No Tail is going to have his ultimate pop, tries to run away here, but the slowdown is going to come, and so they will lose the ABBA. 35 seconds, no buyback.
That's basically the best kill they can get besides Spectre, even though it sounds stupid because it's only position 5, a Baron, but he does so much in the team by just using constantly a Aphotic Shield on a Spectre and Mistcoil to keep her alive.
Yeah. Well, they do have Global still up. Haunt is available, but it feels like they're going to want to save that for what's looking like it's going to be a high ground offense. Although, we say that. Sev moves into position. Ravage comes out. That Bat Rider is just dead, and looks like Jerax might be following soon afterwards. Last Word is out as well. Ana takes down the tower down bottom, so some more space created. They drop the Dream Coil. Everything used. Aphotic Shield takes off the stun from Jerax, but he will get taken down by the silence in the end. And in the meantime, Nisha continues his work, trying to take down Roche. While Spectre got all of the tier 2 tower, and now is going to farm out, looks like, the rest of the jungle, although looks like he has to back out afterwards. Thompson, Glimmer Cape trying to run. And there's Zai, who finds his man.
Shortest blink in history.
Oof. And they get that.
Even Zai was like, oh, I'm going to let this guy live. And then Monkey King shows up, uses Boundless Strike just to secure the stun for him.
Have you ever seen a Malka ward on a mid 7 and 7? I'm starting to wonder if this
I was
is a
in that
possibility.
game.
You were?
Malk played Venomancer. Yeah, I was in that game, man. I felt.
How did you in the game? Were you like, can you please stop feeding?
Nah, you don't. You completely trusted Jacob. That's the thing.
Okay, fair enough.
You don't question him. He was pretty much the only guy who could control Misery back in both him and Playmate.
Really?
Yeah.
Tough cookie to crack, Mr. Misery. Well, this definitely doesn't have the feeling of a 10,000 net worth lead for Secret. A lot of times when we see that, the game is basically over, with them just constricting the map and destroying their opponents. But in this game, it feels a little bit different.
And the only thing that bothers me is that OG has one core, because this Pugna is building all these utility items, but he needs to build them, which means that he's not gonna scale. On the other side, you have a Monkey King, plus extremely far.
Yeah. Well, Inspector now, 30 minutes in, is about to hit that level 20 talent, 500 health. And also building towards a heart. So it does feel like it's sort of that strange scenario of the solo core. Maybe like Jerax can provide a good amount of utility with like all of his spells that he's got and going for that sheep stick. But it's going to be a little bit. More than
It's
a little
going to
bit.
take a while. It doesn't even PM talent yet.
Yeah.
Zai.
He's killing those illusions. It's a decent gold. You gotta love it. But yeah, it feels like this Aegis from Secret is not the same type of, like, completely shut out the game type of Aegis. They're gonna move along this top lane now and see if they can pressure the tower. Still have 2.5 minutes left on it. Well, down bottom, it's just OG trying to wait this out. They have a BKB done on the Batrider. Any other big items that have come out recently?
Dire's top
Yeah,
tower
Batrider
is
only
under
needs
attack.
Raid Ban to complete the full set.
Okay. Fair enough. It is a little bit funky, isn't it? I don't think he's going to get a Wraith Band. I'm not going to lie.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
All right, smoke up. OG, they reveal themselves with Jerax. The TP coming in from Seb. They have the Wukong's command already down. They missed the Boundless Strike. Ana is in the midst of all of them. They do drop down that global. Have the Manta style afterwards if they want to use it. Benicia left completely alone. That's Aegis already dead. Do they have another round of this? Seb, he's somehow been able to live through all of this, now pulling the Monkey King away from the rest of his team. Nisha left completely alone. They have the Ravage available if they want to use it, so the back out is coming. They need to get the hell out of here, as the rest of Secret has shown up. Thompson trying to walk away, but will eventually be chased down by Zai, it looks like. As they do have the Force Staff, keeping him alive. Chase forward, finds that kill onto Thompson. And Secret able to claim theirs in the end. Lift up there with the Yule Scepter, and Ana going to play a little bit of interference. But it is Secret up on the high ground.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I think they just needed to try to stall game. Wait until that Aegis is gone, because Juggernaut, he dies. He solo died to Spectre with just using a Manta style.
Right. Yeah, and granted, that does mean that, you know, you use your entire disable to try and take out this Juggernaut as well with the rest of the heroes, but well, now they've been able to hold off the game a little bit longer. The creeps were in a good position because all those Radiance illusions just dealing the damage over time. Can they stop this push from Secret?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, they can, because they have no sieging potential. They're gonna need to kill 2-3 heroes, and then go for Raxus.
Mid one, spots Ana. But they can't do anything. Again, no opening. So it's like another 3,000 gold built up into the lead. Still to plus Saiyan again now. It's sitting a little bit closer. 15% left for OG. Secret still looking in control of the tempo of this game. But it does start to feel like each of these fights is getting tougher. Juggernaut's still staying so farmed though, and they pull back in one. It's on to Yapzor. He does have Ravage available, gonna drop it to try and turn around this fight, but do they have enough follow-up? Seb still living through that, pops the BKB and just runs away. He's living. They already have used the coil, but the Omni Slash is gonna finish him off, but now they don't have anything left for Ana afterwards, and this slow burn down, trying to take them down one by one by one. Ana is just gonna get completely eviscerated. There was no heals that came out, and Thompson wasn't healing up Ana. He was trying to take down Nisha. That was never gonna work. But Thompson does look like he is eventually going to get killed off as well. So 4 die from OG
What
in
is
Secret.
that? They try to go on a Tidehunter who didn't even pop the Ravage in the previous fight. Also, Dark Willow was not in that fight. Not a single spell used. This could easily just be a game.
Dire's middle tower has
Huge mistake done by OG.
Dire's middle
Uncharacteristic, but Secret taking full advantage, and now having to use this buyback on the Spectre feels absolutely horrible. And Secret, where are you going to go now?
middle barracks.
Wherever they freaking want. Tier 3 going to be assaulted. They still don't have the Batrider up for 15 seconds, and well, in the meantime, Jarek's just going to end up dying down bottom.
Dire's top tower has
Zai finds that pick off. Can they do anything to turn this back around? Ana, Photic Shield, chase in. Zai's there as well, though. He boots the travel in, and now they have the coil. Now they have the catch. Ana gonna get stunned, but they're just focusing on the buildings for the moment. Okay, chase down, coming for more. They do take down that healing ward, and Seb gonna pull back in this Juggernaut. If they can find this kill, it might start to look a little bit worth it, but I don't know if they have quite enough damage. The heals coming out, trying to take down, excuse me, that wasn't a heal. It was another attempt to kill off Nisha, which just does not work. And Secret get out again, scot-free. They do this
BKB is
over and
ready.
over again. OG just
And they
did
try
not
to
have an
fight
answer.
the Monkey King ulti. A really weird fight there from OG. And they lost mid set of Raxes and tier 3 tower on top. 4 bounty runes are gonna get picked by Secret on top of it.
Yeah, this is looking like it's all their way. What do we have now as far as this win percentage? Yeah, it's back up to where it was. We're at 1% now. It feels like Secret have turned that corner, and with Roche possible to respawn in about 30 or so seconds, OG needing to come up with other answers. Right now, that buyback just completely cripples the Spectre.
Yeah, even with that Heart, I don't think Heart is gonna do much.
Yeah.
Because they lack damage. She might survive. They might drag the game. The next item is gonna be crucial if it comes to that, like getting a full fly or maybe getting a basher so they can keep people in place, because right now they lack control. Usually, if you look at lineup like this, they would not. You have Dark Willow, you have Batrider, but in a scenario where they are right now, it's not looking good.
Yeah, it's that hard control that they don't really have for another follow-up after the Batrider, really. Like, maybe you could go for, like, a lasso into Terrorize, but then you're using 2 ultimates for it. And if you're using those big, long cooldown spells, and then you don't get a kill afterwards, it's going to fall apart really quickly. Roche, a minute and 5 seconds away just about. And God, Nisha's done such a good job of just staying on par and even ahead of this Spectre consistently. He's had an amazing game.
And it's Nisha. He is the best or top 3 best scary players in the world right now. And he has been it for quite...
Yep. Mid 1. Chases forward. Seb forces out another BKB. Heart is done for the Spectre. And Seb going to TP away. They break it with the coil, and that man is dead. So...
And I feel like Dark Willow basically didn't do anything in this.
Yeah. It's true. Has not really been able to get anything done. No tail. Trying to hide under the Glimmer Cape. Aphotic Shield is there, but he will die too. And it all happens too quickly. The base is going to drop, it looks like. They're going to try and clear out these creep waves mid if they can. Thompson moving over in a position to take them down. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're also pushing out. So they're just trying to keep creeps out of the base, if at all possible. Thompson goes for another round of it and just hoping to try and clear this out. Needs another Nether Blast here mid, and actually doesn't take him out. So these creeps are going to live, and he is dead. Thompson goes down. The chase forward. Ana with this heart, seeing what he can possibly do, but it's not looking like it's going to be enough. My dog is very upset at the prospects of OG winning this game, because it looks like Secret are just going to be able to continue to stream forward, and, well, Secret are going to back out eventually.
Yeah, what was your dog's name again? It's Luna's Mount, or...
Oh, it's Nova. We have Nova and Kaya.
Oh. Nova and Kaya.
That was Kaya barking. Believe it or not, Kaya was named Kaya when we got her, which blew my mind.
Call them Kaya and Yasha, or just rename your dog.
That's
Kaya
probably what I
Sanj.
should. Yeah. Sanj is not a good name for a dog, though. Neither is Yasha, really. Maybe Yasha's okay. I don't know. Uh-oh. Ana, run away, my buddy. They're hiding out behind him, seeing if they can live for the moment, and it does look like Ana is just going to stand brazenly in the river, not afraid of anything.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Yo. Calm down. Who let the dogs out?
I did the mute thing again, so nobody would know. Batrider picks up the gem, and into the Roche pit they go. Secret, taking this one down.
Yeah, that's the second Roche cheese and Aegis on Monkey King and on Jug, still sitting on 0 deaths. They want to close out this game right now. They're probably going to pop Wukong's command and just try to finish off the rack.
Oh, man. And they get a DD down bottom. Are they going to be able to steal this away, though? Does not look like... Oh, my God. They're just gone. No tail. His ultimate's going to be popped there for a second. 35,000 net worth lead. Double kill for Zai, who has had what feels to be pretty much immaculate game. Right now, sitting 15, 2, and 16.
Man, both Thompson and No Tail have 28 deaths combined. What?
Yeah, it ain't good. It ain't great. Oh, run away, my buddy. Are they gonna find him? No, doesn't quite. And meanwhile, in the base, Ana just dies. They drop the Ravage. Seb is gonna go down. GG's called. That will do it. It's sort of what we were expecting once it got to that point where they were able to force the buyback on the Spectre. And that one fight mid felt like it was the turning point, but really the big thing was just Secret owning the whole time.
Yeah, Secret was always ahead. There was a small window for OG to come back.